Oh, true. Really? Was Tree right that Alex from Playing with Fire is a fraud? If you want to link me, is there like a cohesive video on this, or is it just like that 4-hour fucking stream or whatever? Oh, Jesus. Check your meta stock brother. Is that good or bad? Meow. You must be at 100% on meta. Oh, I don't even know, dude. I have a ton of money sitting in my checking account that I need to throw into my investment account, but I don't know what my tax situation is going to be like next year, so I don't know if I should like move it now or I don't know. You know, rich people problems. What are you going to do? You watched this a long time ago. Do you see these talking points any differently with new context?
You can tell me that.
5-year-old Jubilee video. I'm good. Fuck. I might have to do Finkelstein tomorrow. That might be happening. Pokemon outed you with her latest leak against Lily. If you aren't going to use the TDS meme anymore, at least get a fucking robot lady. What the fuck, little bro? It's been months. Do you hate free money? Actually, I think reading the donos has been more profitable than having the speaker lady. How you doing, buddy? Feel like dropping a 940 for old time's sake? You know what?
Streamers talk about respectfully, female streamers not so respectfully behind the scenes. One time, I was seeing this guy for like, bro, a couple months. You know, we're going on dates here and there. I'm not too sure what to think about him. Let me just give you the full story, actually. Fuck it, it's kind of fun. This guy was quite popular, well-off, attractive, and I looked up to him for many reasons, you know, and our dates were exciting in the way that I felt like, you know, I could learn a lot from him and look up to him and blah, 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 but frankly, he was a little bit shadowed, a little bit, and what I mean by that is kind of materialistic. Like, I could tell he valued...
Wait, am I crazy or is this video insanely quiet? Here, can you guys go open this video? Is this super quiet?
Valued money a lot. And you know what? Look up to him and blah, blah, blah. But frankly, he was a little bit shadowed. A little bit. And what I mean by that is kind of materialistic. Like,
It's a screen cap of Spotify. Oh.
He valued money a lot. And you know what? That's just a thing for some people. Maybe in relation to how they were raised or what have you. And don't get me wrong, it feels quite nice to be spoiled. Especially as someone who, you know what? One of my giving love languages is like, I love to give gifts. So I love to spoil, and it's nice to be spoiled sometimes too. But I started feeling like material possessions were a little too important to him. Like, those values for me and him were just a little bit off. What really made me end things with him was one day we were at a party, an industry party. So bunch of streamers there, my friends, his friends, blah, blah, blah. And this is when we were still seeing each other, so I was so excited to see him and get to talk to him that night. And It's like halfway through the night, almost nearing the end, and we finally kind of get a moment alone in like a more quiet corner. We start talking, yada yada. And I need to preface this with a couple things. One, I asked my friend if I could tell this story, so I am telling it with her permission, okay? And two, this is about my friend Lily. If you guys know her, Lily Pichu, what a gem in all of our existence. If you don't know her, she's a YouTuber, streamer, voice actress, artist. She heckin' does it all. I love her. I lived with her for many years, and when this story happened, I was also living with her. We were publicly roommates, okay? And publicly, like besties, you know? Like a very, very good friend of mine. And, oh yeah, she voice acts. Initially, when she first came into the streaming industry, there were some weirdo haters that would pick on her for having a higher pitched voice. And hey, some people just have a higher pitched voice. Like, that's just how it is, okay? And some people might have a lower pitched voice. And sometimes people's voices will change for different reasons. And that's none of anyone's business, period. I'm just gonna leave it at that, okay? I'm not even gonna get into it. It's just, what a silly thing to care about, okay? So, we're halfway through the night, or a little bit more. I'm finally hanging out with him. I'm like, hee hee hee, blushing. He's like, oh, you look good. I'm like, hee hee hee, thank you. Whatever, the usual. And my friend Lily is also at this party, okay? So, he moves in a little bit closer. Ooh, I'm blushing, I'm blushing. He turns to me and he goes, you can be honest with me. Lily's faking her voice, isn't she? And when I tell you, my nether regions have never dried up like a raisin so damn quick, okay? Never. It was just such a turn off. And I know some of you guys might be sitting at home like, oh, maybe he just meant it like a serious question. Like, maybe she's faking, you know, maybe he just wasn't sure. No, okay? The tone was very like, you can talk shit about her to me. What makes you think I'm gonna talk shit to you about my roommate? Also about something so stupid. I literally live with her.
Why would we assume that? Okay, I've had a lot of people ask me this question. I assume when people are asking, they're not like, people can talk shit about it. I think a lot of people are genuinely curious. She's got like a really high pitched voice, and people ask like, that's a weird thing to get like that super upset about. But I don't know, whatever. She said the tone was bad. I guess I'd be interested to hear more than that, but I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Didn't you get upset when people ask that? When people get really nasty about it, then yeah, of course. Sometimes people get nasty about it, but okay. Don't care. Jank debate. Okay. Why do Americans dislike the economy? Why are the vibes so bad? Well, first, what is this? This is from a publication called City Journal. I don't know what this... I don't know what they lean. I don't know who the writers are. Stephen Muran. Manhattan Institute and co-founder of Amberwave Partners and asset manager. Okay. Why are the vibes so bad? Ask legions of commentators, noting the disconnect between polling on the economy and top-level economic indicators. The unemployment rate The unemployment rate is within spitting distance of 60-year lows, and measured inflation has dropped from a punishingly high 6% rate to a lower, though still too high, 3.2%. And yet, citizens are unhappy with the economy. According to a New York Times Siena poll, 81% of registered voters described the condition of the economy as fair or poor, and only 19% called it good or excellent. Another poll conducted by the Financial Times and the University of Michigan found that a majority of voters said that they are worse off under President Biden than they were before, and only 14% said that they're better off. By a 59% to 37% margin, the Times Siena poll found voters trusting Donald Trump more than President Biden on the economy. To reconcile voters' discontent with the economic data, we shouldn't consider the top-level employment and inflation indicators separately. Instead, we should combine them, and when we do, we observe workers' real, that is, after inflation wages, have declined significantly in recent years. Some commentators argue that real wages are rising, but these claims are based on the popular average hourly earnings measure from the Bureau of Labor Statistics' current employment statistics. Average hourly earnings is a less useful indicator now because of large workforce composition changes. During the pandemic, the economy shed large numbers of low-paying service jobs, for instance in leisure and hospitality, which pushed the average wage in the economy higher. The average moved up because low-paying jobs dropped the BLS's sample, not because individuals experienced strong wage growth. The effect reversed as the economy began adding those low-paying service jobs back, which pushed average hourly earnings down. Those composition effects linger today, as the economy is still short 560,000 leisure and hospitality jobs, adjusting for labor force growth, relative to pre-pandemic levels, due largely to firms' difficulty finding workers. Hey, Destiny, did you see John over last night on Musk? Fuentes got an honorable mention. Nope. More recently, labor shortages have eased and firms have been adding back these workers. Given that leisure and hospitality wages are below those of all other major sectors tracked by BLS, these workers' return to the labor force has dragged down our average hourly earnings growth relative to other measures. Indeed, the leisure and hospitality industry has been responsible for over a fifth of all job growth in the last 12 months. Add one other fast-growing, lower-wage sector, government, and you're looking at 42% of all job growth in the last year. As labor shortages ease and the economy adds a greater share of low-wage positions back into the pool, average hourly earnings will continue to fall. To get a clearer picture of the economy, therefore, we need to adjust for the changing composition of the workforce and consider changes to wages in each type of job and industry. Fortunately, another BLS statistic, the National Compensation Survey's Employment Cost Index, does just this. According to ECI, inflation-adjusted wages have shrunk by 3.7% since the end of 2020, while real wages rose in response to falling energy prices last year. They have been roughly flat since. Worse, the drop in real wages erased all gains made in the late 2010s. Real wages today stand at 2015 levels, meaning Americans' paychecks don't go any further now than they did 8 years ago. Moreover, for many Americans, the most salient life milestones are now out of reach. Profligate spending caused a dramatic rise in Treasury yields, sending mortgage interest rates near 8%. Car loan interest rates are even higher. Consumers may be pleased that gas prices are down, but that's little comfort if they must put off buying a home, having children, and other decisions commonly associated with pursuing the American dream. I'm just not convinced of this home buying thing. I don't think I've seen the data to support it. But with unemployment still very low, most Americans who want a job have one, but they can't afford the traditional lifestyle accomplishments of owning a house and a car. What could turn it all around? A massive jolt of productivity growth would solve many problems, boosting real wages and exerting downward pressure on prices. Unfortunately, given the raft of new regulations that further hamper the supply side, that looks unlikely. Artificial intelligence might deliver a productivity boom, but it's hard to project yet what that would look like. Barring a productivity surge or a further collapse in energy prices, real wages are likely to continue to languish and Americans to remain dissatisfied with the economy. I feel like something that I wonder is economics is, of all the soft sciences, economics is Hold on. Listen, I understand that like you guys like to pretend that you're the everyman, okay? When probably 95% of you grew up way more spoiled and entitled than I did. So I know you all like to pretend that you're the everyman now because you're watching the stream, okay? But Raziel, everyone everywhere, housing market is rough right now. Destiny, I don't know, Dirterino. You know what else everybody was saying? That the housing market was perfect and awesome in 2007 and 2006. Like, I don't know what this is supposed to prove. Look at the amount of people that own homes. Look at the amount of people that are buying homes. Look at the amount of people that are, like, currently have paid their mortgage off. Like, these numbers seem about where they should be. Like, it's hard to tell, like, is the housing market in a bad place? Or are people ass mad when prices get higher, but they were, like, super happy when prices are lower, so the sentiment just changes accordingly. It's a hard thing to measure. And you raging in chat going like, oh, well, you just don't know. Like, you have to link something more than whatever you got from your, like, mom and dad. Like, ugh. Do you feel like the housing market is better or worse than 5 years ago? Right now, it's probably one of the worst housing markets it's ever been. But it probably needs to be because we've just come off like one of the hottest housing markets since like 2006, 2007, right? One thing that I feel like would be interesting is economists try so hard to be real scientists, and they're very like centered on that. They want to be real scientists, so they do formulas and they retrofit and they do all these comparisons and blah 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 blah. I wonder if they ever do economic studies that like go back to the real hardcore soft sciences and they go back to the real soft sciences and they're like, let's do case studies. I wonder what it would be like for an economist to do like, we're going to do like 20 individual case studies of people living in Chicago and see what their spending looked like from 2010 to like 2023. I wonder if you would get more insightful information there rather than like, oh, here's the 73rd article that's going to take a different index and splice it out a different way and then compare a different cohort to a different period of time, comparing it to another, spending index. Like, I feel like there are so many articles where people fight over all these indexes. Like, well, if you look at the ECI and then you compare that to now let's actually look at the different types of sector growth that's happened. It's like, yeah, why not just like, I'm curious, do they ever do case studies in econ, or is that just like not a thing you do in economics? Is that like only other like sociological or softer sciences or whatever? Home price to income ratio is an all-time high. Wouldn't that mean things are kind of fucked? Yeah, kind of, sure. But things also just came from like unbelievable lows, right? This is the problem, is people will live in an ultra hot housing market for however long, and then as soon as things get like rough, because you have to balance it out. You can't run your housing market like at this temperature of the surface of the sun for decades and decades, and then as soon as it switches, people are like, oh my God, everything's unaffordable, we can't afford it. It's like, really, are you sure? Like the share of Americans with ultra low interest mortgages today, I think is higher than it has ever been in US history. Are new home buyers in kind of a tight spot? Yeah, sure. But you're not feeling that if you bought a house in like 2020. Yeah, these people are making bank, but like nobody even considers that. They don't even think about that, I guess. Yeah. It's obviously this is hard to measure for a variety of reasons. And then if you're a renter, you might just feel fucked like regardless because you don't get to take advantage of low interest rates. Like renters don't get to refinance. I don't know. It's complicated. I don't understand how would case studies more accurately reflect nationwide trends than actual nationwide surveys. Surveys tell you nothing because people are retarded. And trends are hard to measure because sometimes when you stack too many cohorts together, you might miss like an important story, right? Like let's say, I'm not even gonna draw this out. Let's say that you have 10 guys and let's say that on average, they've fucked 2 partners each and all of them are really happy. Then let's say next year, all of them have fucked 5 partners each and now half of them are really mad. And you break it down and you're like, okay, well, hold on average, you guys have fucked 5 partners. Why is it that now you're upset? Well, what if we break the numbers down even further and we find out that like 5 guys fucked 10 people and the other 5 guys still only fucked 2? Oh, this is where the upsettedness comes from, right? Sometimes doing these broad brush statistics and even breaking out different cohorts can tell you radically different stories depending on what you're looking for. And it feels like for the past like year, what economists have been trying to do is like figure out like what is the number, what is the index, what is the what part of the CPI, what part of the labor force, what part of the demographic market, what part of retirees, what generation. It's like what level of education. It's just like this obsession with figuring out like what do we need to measure. And I wonder sometimes it's like if you just literally have like just go like look at a person's finance and compare it from like 10 years ago to now and do that with like for like 20 people in a given city. I wonder if there would be some things that would pop up in their spending that might be really hard to find in data. That would be like an interesting thing to look at. Moldbug, you're permabanned. Don't ever come back, fucking retard. There's not been very good data collection since 2008, and a lot of privacy laws in the government prevent us from breaking down cohorts the way we'd want to. Really? Hey, Destiny, I don't want to trigger you, but I don't get what you don't understand. The housing market is frozen. Why are people feeling like the economy is fucked? It doesn't make sense because it feels like the sentiment of all the people that won out on the huge housing gains over the past few years doesn't show up in the polling data. That's the difficult thing to find, right? Or why is it that when people are winning in the housing market, why does it not feel that way? But when the housing market takes a downturn, people definitely feel that. Like, how do you reconcile for that? Or is there some other loss that's not being accounted for, or... fuck. What was the stat that I saw? Oh, I'm not gonna be able to fucking find this. Oh, it was this. So this is like the percentage of closed and first lien mortgages outstanding by interest rate, right? So you can look and see like how many people refinanced in these low interest periods, and you see that like the amount of people with a mortgage where the interest rate is unfathomably low, incredibly low, right? Between less than 4% is like almost at 60% of American homeowners right now, right? Now, I don't know historically what these numbers look like, but this is insane. But like, this doesn't show up anywhere in the data. When you ask people, well, how is the housing market? How is the economy doing? Like, oh, it's fucking dog shit. Not for these people. Holy shit. Not for any of these guys, you know? But that doesn't show up, I guess, when you're gauging sentiment in housing markets. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's mainly renters that are complaining, because it wouldn't surprise me if average rent prices have outstripped even real wage growth pretty significantly in the past, probably in the past 5 or 10 years even. Yeah. But I don't know. Again, that's also hard to say. Because I don't know, because rent prices are probably rising fastest in areas where wages are also rising fastest too. But I don't know how you would break out those wages to even tell. I'm not sure. I have no idea. No clue. Can we watch the new Jubilee capitalism versus socialism video? That sounds boring as fuck.
You cannot
Hannah,
say
Hannah, I don't want to argue.
You do want to argue. You wanted to make your point,
Hannah,
so let
Hannah,
me make it back.
Hannah,
And then you're going to try to say it's too spicy for me. No, I got you.
Women are empowered in a communist society. Jesus Christ. Average cost of homeowners insurance in 2023. Is this supposed to show it increasing? Has it increased? JF still thinks you're a Jew? Why?
Extreme destruction of his ego and heart. And he deserves it. He deserves every piece of it. But this is a destiny that, is a Jew. It is in the tradition of his people to kind of have a second shot at reproduction with a younger female.
Jesus. God, that guy's so fucking weird. Did they catch him for murdering his wife yet? Did you see that Trump's rally where he said immigrants are poisoning the blood of America? I did not see it. Hold on. What is this? The recession is all vibes. I don't think it's satisfying to just say that, like, the entire recession is all vibes. That seems, I know that somebody did that measurement of the like the sentiment and compared it to other countries, but there's got to be something that's being missed. That would be my assumption. Wage growth is outpacing rent growth again. There's a significant, this was September 19th, this is like a month ago. Significant plot shift occurring in the U.S. rental housing market. Wages are outpacing rents again and by a widening margin. Like, I don't know, I'm starting to feel like these types of comparisons, like U.S. apartment rent change countrywide versus U.S. wage growth countrywide, I don't know if these are very satisfying. I don't know if these comparisons matter, because I feel like we might be missing like dramatically different stuff happening like within cities and outside cities. Like, I don't know if this is, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Also, these are year-over-year changes. I'm pretty sure if you integrated both of these functions, I'm pretty sure the orange one is still quite a bit bigger than the green one. That's what it looks like if I eyeball it. But take the woke test. Okay, let's see. So-called free markets are inherently coded to favor white men. Obviously. The climate has always been changing. What we are going through now is just another natural cycle? No. Oh, come on. Climate is just woke now? Since women comprise half the world's population, it's only natural that women should possess half the world's wealth. Well, I'm only going to agree, but it should be more than half based. As society as a whole gets more wealthy, wealth will eventually trickle down from the rich to the poor. No, they hoard it all. There are only two genders? Absolutely not. Traditional gender roles are largely determined by natural evolution. Wrong. Patriarchy. People of color are oppressed? Obviously. Using brain imaging or geometric scenes to legitimize race or gender stereotypes can never be scientifically justified. True. No such thing as biology. Hierarchies are necessary? Obviously. We have the most to learn from the people who are the most oppressed. Duh. Climate change, gamers. Climate change and white supremacy are two sides of the same coin, obviously. Pointing out that other cultures don't have gay or trans rights is just another way of perpetuating the oppressive status quo. True. White people just do this to shit on poor other societies. In general, all indigenous ways of knowing are married by subjectivity and bias, lacking objective evidence. Wrong. Natives know more than us about everything. Science views the universe as a matter to be used in much the same way as white men view women and minorities as objects being exploited, obviously. No human being can be free until every human being is free. True. Not a day goes by without me thinking on how I could fight for a more just and equitable society every day. I believe that unless something is done, the climate crisis could be completely out of control in 5 years, 2 years. If you let unproductive people think they're special, you're giving them an incentive not to improve. Everybody's special. A welcoming immigration policy is a moral imperative, obviously. As long as they're not white. Anybody who is not a white male is, in some sense, oppressed in our society, obviously. We are all citizens of the world and should all be allowed to live where we want to create a more just and equitable world. Anything where equitable is obviously true. Lax immigration controls undermine our nation's national security and put... No? What? I believe that given the same socioeconomic conditions, all groups of people would have the same average IQ and muscle density and height. Yes. In a conflict, one should always amplify the voice of the marginalized so they have equal representation, obviously. I have considered not having children out of concern for the climate. Shh, don't tell anybody. I champion those who are pushed to the margins so that they may have an equal place at the table. Yes, the biggest chairs. The conception that a real man is tough and daring should be replaced by the conception that a real man is caring and compassionate, obviously. In this day and age, the patriarchy is largely a myth. Wrong. We should welcome those who want to come here, who want to create a world where everyone has the opportunity to reach their full potential. Yeah. I believe that other cultures and minorities may have ways of looking at physics and mathematics that are just as valid as the Western way. Women and minorities cannot truly be themselves to live in a society run by white men. True. Assuming that all women have vaginas is just another way of perpetuating oppressive stereotypes. True. Boom. What did I miss on? On fighting power? You said hierarchies were important? Oh, I fucked up. I meant to be like... Oh, I mind fucked myself. God damn it. What? I meant like women should be over men. That kind of hierarchy. Please, I don't need you guys to link every single fucking video that somebody makes about me. Please. Jesus. I'll do it unironically. How about I do your mom unironically? Hey man, Jenk was unhinged with his understanding of American history regarding reconstruction of Germany / Japan post-World War II. I know a decent amount of the Japanese perspective as they changed during the war and occupation. I agree with Japanese politics, econ, politics, and culture. Very happy to come on stream before Keeper Kick to talk about it when you're done with the econ stuff. Because I feel you missed an easy dunk there. Listen, make a separate post, okay? Fuck, really? My dental appointment got moved. Hold on. Why do you sometimes use old.reddit and sometimes not? I usually always use the new Reddit. Sometimes people link the old Reddit, so I get stuck on that basically. Oh, 2 o'clock they want to move my appointment to. Nice. Right in the middle of my fucking stream day. There we go. Boom. Okay, where's cake at? Wait, did this guy not just link this twice, or did somebody else link this? Okay, if I see anybody spamming messages to me from now on, okay, it's an auto 1 week or 1 month ban, depending on how grumpy I am, okay? Holy shit, it's gotten like, I don't know why this became like the meta, but I'm just gonna start, I'm not even gonna say anything, I'm just gonna start heavy-handing banning it. It's getting super fucking irritating. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Should we do a quick research on the troubles of Northern Ireland? It's quick and will easily, will reinforce your current worldview in regards to violent resistance. Oh, well, it's gonna reinforce my worldview. Destiny, I'm winning this vegan games. I do not want to debate veganism right now. I would rather kill myself. I'm good. Jesus. What's the best way to meet cougars or MILFs? Go to a retirement home. Spit some game. Wait, the pin message blocked the thing. Thank you, War, for gifting 20 subs in Kick Chat. Every single military tactic. Oh, post-game analysis. Oh, we got links. Keemstar gave us a solution almost 10 years ago. Mo TV responds to D.
Middle foot. Ketamine fucked me, dog.
Holy shit, Mo. Destiny roasted the
13 and a half minutes.
living shit out of you.
When?
Today.
What? Why?
He read your tweet.
No, he didn't.
I'll link to the clip.
Oh, let me see the clip, bro. Let me see it. Talk to me, bro.
Well, we'll watch it after the game or right
Yeah,
now?
let's watch it after.
Okay.
Chat, someone in chat, tell me what you really think about the clip. Watch it. Tell
Yeah,
me what he says.
TLDR.
I want people's opinions first. Did you watch it already? Tell me what he says.
Oh god, disgusting.
He called you a lot of bad words.
Just name
He
something.
called you a feminist too. And
Wait, Sony was there.
I thought he said that he didn't
Honestly,
care
he
about
so
what you
much,
thought
bro.
about religion. No, he did like the
Did you tweet
ultra
bad things about
feminine,
him?
like cuck snide shit.
The feminine when this guy said actual cuck. I
Like
can't believe he
this
said
shit.
that.
Anything Destiny says doesn't bother me at all. People like him will always try to look smarter than they really
He
are.
didn't shit
I
talk
think
you.
most
This
intelligent
guy's
people. I call him a cuck first. He can call me a cuck. That's fair game.
Hey, Mo didn't shit talk to you. He just said he doesn't care about your take. That's like
Right through it. I'm not here to judge him or his beliefs, though. That's so stupid. Like, yeah, Mo's like a fat fucking loser that scammed his audience, but I'm not here to judge him. Like, why would you say something like that? It's so dumb. I can't. It's just, it drives me crazy.
It's
This
literally
type of,
it's
like,
nothing.
ultra effeminate, like,
it's nothing. No, but it's nothing like he thinks
shit
it
talk
is.
on Twitter, but don't say shit or even laugh at
no,
Twitter.
That's not even shit talking on Twitter.
Such pussy behavior. I don't like this thing. I don't let people do this to me anymore privately either. Okay, one of the big reasons my relationship with Melina ended. No more of this like people shit talking and pretending they don't know they're doing it. I hate it when people do this. It is such a pussy bitch thing to do when you're obviously shit talking and then you pretend like you don't know. If you are truly that clueless, then get a full-time caretaker. Get somebody to watch you every day. Okay, power of attorney. Sign your rights away over to somebody else. Don't be like, oh, I wasn't shit turning. I all I said was that like obviously you're like people can see through your fake intelligence. That's not shit turning. Like, why? Like, just own it. God, just own it. Just own it, dude. Jesus. Baby, I can't deal with it. God, I fucking can't do it. Oh god, it drives me crazy. At least not for like not on scuffed. Like I can understand like
Maybe when I told him when I said something about he thinks he's smarter than he really is, that probably is what he considered shit talk.
No, not just that. He thinks he's smarter than he is, and people see right through it. Like, what did I? First of all, what did we even say on Scuff that was like some huge fucking like intellectual debate? Like, what do we even like?
I don't know. That's the most I could think about right there. I said he thinks he's smarter than he is, which I truly believe that. I do have Clash battles, I think.
Who cares, bro?
Wait, I have 1,000 on Clash, so like, no one's here.
Why not like say something on the show then? Why not contradict a single opinion that I give? Yeah, the problem too is that what they're all pretending is like they just want like Aiden's clout, and that's all they're like hanging off of. So they like find these weird ways to rationalize or justify. And also like, why not just say this? Here's a perfectly acceptable thing that Mo could say. Like, oh, Destiny arrested me? Well, listen, fuck Destiny, okay? Yeah, fuck him. I did shit talk him. Fuck Destiny. Like, oh, okay, that's fair. At least you're like on the same level. But when you do all this, like, well, you know, I wasn't shit talking and I don't blah. Like, bro, come on. I got some heat for a take I made about your favorite bald man on Twitter. I wanted to get your take and see how I could have made a stronger case. Tell me where to send link if you're interested. I don't know. Bro, why? I'm not reviewing people's Twitter takes. Post it on the subreddit, okay? Or if you can post it in YouTube chat, you can try that. Okay.
Leith leaving?
Is Trey even here, dude?
Just say he'll be back.
That's the. I don't think he cares that much, but that tweet is pure virtue signal from him. Well, then just say that too. Say, like, listen, people on Twitter are on my back. I don't know. Live by the virtue signal, die by the virtue signal. If you're just like virtue signaling to people, of course I'm going to crucify you on your stupid tweet. If you're throwing me under the bus to do it, fuck that.
I think he's mad that you didn't rebuttal and then went and tweeted about it. That's what he's mad
not
about.
a rebuttal. There was nothing to rebuttal to. It was him and Aiden Ross were in a fight, and then Aiden Ross brought up that his friend is Muslim, and then he called his Muslim friend a suicide bomber. This has nothing to do with like me.
Yeah, and then you giggled and laughed like a little schoolgirl. If you really were offended by that, why not say something on the show?
Just someone in
Yeah,
the
but you didn't
room.
laugh at it and then you tweeted at it later.
It's not that I didn't laugh at it. I'm
Or you
just
laughed at it
I
and
wasn't
then tweeted
laughing.
about
I
it
was just in a high.
Oh, who's his? Oh, okay. He's got friends here that are recounting what actually happened. That's nice.
someone in
Yeah,
the
but you didn't
room.
laugh at it, and then you tweeted
No,
at it
it's
later.
not that I didn't laugh at it. I'm
Or you
just
laughed
saying,
at
no,
it
I
and
wasn't
then
no, laughing.
tweeted
I
about
was
it
just in a high zone, and I was just laughing that like the role. It's such a stupid thing to say. Like it doesn't. It's like me saying
I know why you laughed. You're
ladies
saying
can't drive. It's like saying stupid shit, like you know what I mean, or like say like a black person can't
Yeah,
swim.
you don't
like,
gotta go
stupid
start
shit like
saying
that.
shit like.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
know,
It's
but
just-
he's
it's
saying
like
that you
kind
went
of-
and tweeted about it instead of saying it to his face. That's
But
what he's mad about.
No, I only tweeted about it is because first off, I didn't think of it at all. But then when I saw a lot of people online saying I should have said something or I should have.
There we go. Okay, so at least like the half truth comes out. I didn't really give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck about it, which is fair also, by the way. And also, if you want to say like, oh, it's just like a whatever Muslim joke or whatever, that's fair too. It's not like this is not highbrow humor with Aiden Ross. Okay, his brows don't go that high. Okay, like that's fair too. But I was like, well, I saw people on Twitter complaining, so then I had to go out and virtues. I'm like, bro, come on.
When he said that, I realized, oh shit, a lot of people think that I care enough to say something about something so stupid being said. So I wanted to clear the air that I don't care what he says because he does it like his. It's like I don't watch him. I don't, you know what I mean? Like,
If you don't care what I say, then why are you drawn to tweet about it? Like, then just ignore the tweets because, like you said, who cares?
his point of view is almost always opposite of mine. So it's like someone I don't even consider even being able to reason with. So I don't even care.
Bro, don't respond. That was some petty ass shit. One should not cast pearls on swine. Just ignore it. Move on.
Not that big of a
At
deal.
least they trample under. What?
I say it's not even that big of a deal.
Oh, I'm just saying. That's why I say don't cast pearls.
Damn.
Just ignore it. Okay, who gives a shit?
Oh, he's
Whoever
bad?
the fuck keeps adding me on
Where's
Steam,
Lake?
I'm gonna fucking block you. Sorry.
Damn, bro. You have some crazy in you, bro, huh?
You gonna fucking block him?
Chicken nuggets, cardigan, backyard
What'd you
again.
say?
Thanks, buddy.
Am I still too loud or?
No, you're fine.
Alright, done.
That's crazy, dude.
Dude,
You know
I
what's
think
crazy? I saw
they don't like you, bro.
No, but
A lot.
everyone on Reddit, like that Destiny versus Aiden Ross thing. Everyone on Reddit was on Destiny's side. Did you see that?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, because his whole community was doxing my fucking family, and he called me the F word like 20 times in a row because he became unhinged. How are you ever, not trying to dick ride myself, but how are you ever siding with Aiden in that conflict? What the fuck?
Aiden Ross said a lot of crazy shit too.
Yeah, but so did
Destiny said a lot of crazy
which side
shit
would
too,
you say
bro.
you were if you had to side with some side?
I wouldn't side with either of them, dude. The fuck?
I'm just saying, like,
What?
but you could see both points.
Oh my god, holy shit. How does he even have time to like stream between all the fucking cum slurping he does for Aiden? Are you serious?
See, what do you mean? See both points.
Like, what side?
One guy like
okay.
insulted all the religions. The other guy was calling him the F word over and over. Why would I
No,
ever take any side?
No, but here's what I think. Aiden Ross came at Destiny, and then Destiny had to become Aiden Ross's like friend for some reason. Does that make sense?
I didn't even go for Aiden Ross's friend. I was making fun of Aiden Ross for being a fake Muslim or fake. I don't even know what the fuck he says he is. I don't think he knows what he is.
Wait, Destiny, I don't even know what he did. He came
just
as
said, like,
friends.
he
What
said
do you mean?
something
He
about-
insulted audience?
Yeah,
Audience was like doxing him and shit?
Before that, he said something about like.
I didn't watch the whole argument. I turned it off. It was boring.
he said something like they were going at each other, and then when Aiden Ross mentioned that he's been into a mosque because of a friend, he said the suicide bombers. It's like, and I guess Aiden Ross got more mad about that, and then started saying the F word and shit a lot. But before that, it was like that's what I think. I think like I don't know. Destiny started, but I don't know why that was the thing that made Aiden Ross so mad. Was a joke about his friend. Like he shouldn't just brushed that one off. Like he brushed everything else off. Because
no
before
idea.
that, all Destiny had on Aiden was like, your viewers are bots or your viewers are young and stupid. Your viewers are
Probably
retarded.
the reason why he
That's literally all
didn't
you
brush
had.
it off, though. Hold on a second. Probably the reason why he didn't brush it off is probably his friend told him about the shit that he gets for being Muslim, and he probably
Maybe
understands it from a
maybe that's why
personal
he
level, so got really
maybe
offended.
that's why he got offended. I get that, but like I don't know him well enough to know how he is as a person. So, but the fact that like that Destiny's best argument was that you view bot or that your viewers are like, well, you know what I mean? And then all the ammunition that like Aiden Ross had about his him literally being a literal cuck. You know, that's just like don't start shit.
All the ammunition of calling him a faggot like everybody in the internet's done for 10 years. Like, wow, so much ammunition. Like, he had so much ammunition on me that he got salty and was curled up in a corner crying for an hour where he wouldn't say a single thing. And he had to start tweeting about like, I've been advised not to speak.
shit, and then Destiny comes back to like the doxing shit. That's stupid as hell from Aiden Ross's viewers. That's
They've
for
always
sure
done
wrong.
that kind of
Nobody
Yeah.
should get doxxed. Anybody who doxes someone is a fucking
Yeah,
fuck.
but it's like Destiny's fucking viewers would literally do the exact same thing to someone if it was she was on the other foot.
Okay, I'm over it.
Dox people?
Yes, I think they would 100%.
Yeah.
I got fucking my first Twitch ban ever was because of Destiny's viewers for no fucking reason. I never spoke about this. I didn't do anything. They just attacked my channel because I said
Wait,
the
how
F
did
word.
you get banned?
Because Destiny got banned for the F word or something, right? But before there was no rule that said like nothing was clear about that issue. But they banned him, so he was complaining that it's not fair. Other people say it, but and then his fucking viewers went in and spam reported me that I said it in like a month-old VOD or 2-month-old VOD. And because of that VOD, I got banned for a month, 30 entire days because the process of appealing was different back then. It was stupid as hell. So I literally it took 30 fucking days until I got unbanned, bro. And that really like hurt my fucking Twitch channel. But
I don't know what he's trying to say, that I intentionally directed my fans to report him. I actually apologized to him because I thought it was possible that me bringing up might have gotten him reported. But what I had said was, did any of this actually happen? So what happened was, way back in the day, maybe 5 years ago? I think 5 years ago, because I think I was living in Glendale when this happened, I think. Nobody got banned on Twitch for using the F slur. Nobody, you just didn't. That wasn't a bannable offense on Twitch. And then one day, for whatever reason, I got banned for it. I was the first person on Twitch to get banned for the F slur. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't know that they are banning for this now. I got real mad in a League of Legends game, okay? And yeah, I had no idea they got banned for this. And then as I was going through like Twitch stuff, I was like, I swear to God, I've heard like other people are saying the F slur and nobody gets in trouble. I think we went through some of Soda Pop and stuff where he calls people like autistic, or his like stream titles like autistic kid. I'm like, this is hate speech. And then one of Mo's things came up. I was like, look, Mo says the F slur. Like, what the fuck? This is hate speech. Like, how the fuck did I am the only one on Twitch that got dinged for the F slur? I didn't even know that. And then after I said that, then Mo got banned for it. I don't know if like it was because of my people reported him or because my clips were going on LSF like viral and then people reported it from there, or if Twitch just saw it on LSF and they banned it, because Twitch does do a lot of bans from LSF. But yeah, I was never like telling my audience like, go report Mo because he said it too. I was just like, everyone says the word on this platform, like how the fuck am I getting banned for it? And then, but I shouldn't have even done it, I guess, but I even apologized to Mo like a month later. I was like, bro, I think you got hit because I pointed out that people like you said the F slur and didn't get in trouble. And I think after I said that, then Twitch banned you. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, to say that we like brigaded him and we're like going after him or some shit, though, that's not really what happened. But
time back then, big time. I never got a warning. I never got anything. I just got banned, and it was all because his stupid fucking viewers thought it was unfair that he not banned, so they had to like find an old VOD of me saying it. Even though when I said it at that time, it wasn't. There was no rules against it, and if there were any warnings to say, okay, we've updated RTOS to not show this, it would have been different. Wait, what's this?
okay.
Was that oh, they put Steven in the game. That's cute. What was the other one? Was that oh, they put.
Actually, Mo himself just tweeted like yesterday that he was, or I think it was even today, that he was going to stop saying that word. So like, I know there are people that still actively listen on Twitch. I had no idea that I could catch an active ban for it. A lot of people are under this delusion that like I literally can't control anything that I say. That like,
oh yeah, because people are like, oh yeah, like yeah, oh yeah. I don't even know if we actually went and looked at a video of Mo saying it. I think we just saw his tweet. Yeah, I think we just saw Mo's tweet. We didn't even look at a video of him. And he just like assumes that like we all went and spam reported it. There might have been some people that did, to be fair, because I brought attention to it. Or when it went on LSF, maybe some people did, which brought attention to it. Or Twitch just saw it and they banned him to be whatever. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, what a weird reframing by him. God, what a pussy ass bitch. No more scup? Probably not. I'm good. I got other shit to do. Okay. Boom. Have you ever read the book Cancelled from 2023 by Umut Uzkarilmali? No. Jesus. Based. Israel versus Palestine conflict. Oh, I remember this tweet. Could be stopped if the people in these countries turn to science instead of religion. Israel and Palestine need to study John Lennon's Imagine. When you say no more scuffed, do you mean you won't show up on the podcast ever again, or you're not covering this specific episode's drama anymore? It's just like the problem is that, like, hold on. I'm trying to think how grumpy I am today, because this is I'm not that grumpy today. It feels like there's a lot of the same games being played in a lot of areas, and it's irritating to me. Yeah, just irritating me. Wouldn't ask for a voice chat.
Hello?
Fuck you.
Oh, I didn't know there was 2 rooms. Sorry.
Loser.
How do you feel that everyone stood around on Keeper Kick where you're getting called the F slur?
Never mind. Now you made me grumpy. Here, the issue that I have is that I feel like there's a certain sector of people on the internet that accuse like Twitch streamers of like doing fake shit for clout and like befriending certain people for clout, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like it happens just as much on the other end, but for some reason I don't recognize it. And then when I'm a person who actually doesn't do it, and then I've got to stand in front of other people that say that they don't do it, it like fucks my head up and it drives me fucking crazy. I hate that.
Can you expand on that? What do you mean by that?
As in, like, it feels like there's always accusations against like the Hassans and the Pokies that they like are like, oh, these guys are fake fucks and they just do clout friends and blah, 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 blah. But I feel like if you get a sufficiently clouted person, you put them in front of anybody, everybody sucks up. And it's very irritating sometimes. And like I've taken like a lot of career hits by not sucking up to people, and I've missed out on a lot of career opportunities by not sucking up to people. So when I'm next to other people, like, oh yeah, I don't do this either, and then I watch them do it, I'm like, this is very aggravating.
God,
yeah, I don't know. It's irritates the
But do you
fuck
think
out of me.
someone like XUC is like sitting there trying to suck up to Aiden Ross?
XUC isn't. He probably just has no idea what happened. That'd be my guess. When he came in, he didn't know the backstory on anything. I don't know what his position would be otherwise, but I think X is generally more fair than most.
Who else is on there?
Mo shit and the train shit drives me crazy.
Mo,
That drives me
Myth,
insane.
Train.
Yeah, I don't know. But whatever. Yeah, I say as I suck up to the clout god, Mr. Moon. Yes.
God, I could have been such a clout goblin too. That's the thing. I was in the fucking primo spot.
The RP server, the Amoga stuff.
The Amoga stuff. I could have ditched you for Hassan like 50 times.
You should have done
I coulda
that.
hung
You
out
and
with
Dan
all
could have been
them.
Hassan's orbiters. Imagine how great that would have been.
I could have been a fucking millionaire right now. But I just, I truly don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all right. You're making a rebound. The stocks, they went down, but they're coming back up. I'm on the long game.
Yeah, yeah. You're going for that end of the year quick sweep.
Yeah. Been working on it. What do you mean I couldn't suck clout off Hassan? If I wanted to, I could have. I was like on Hassan's stream when he was a fucking nobody.
Ooh.
I was in a fucking Dungeons
D&D
and Dragons
campaign
with him and all, and then I canceled it because I just wasn't having fun. I'm a fucking Giga Chad.
The fuck is this? Taylor Swift can now buy Kanye West and still have 700 million left for herself. That's a really weird way of phrasing that, but okay.
Problem?
What? Oh, word count. Gotcha. Crazy. Read the community note. I saw the community note. Yes, epic. Slavery is illegal. Thank you. True. So fucking epic. Yes, thank you. Epic. Very epic. Yes, guys.
Good job, chat.
.243 words per minute. Is that how fast? I was speaking really fast. I had a lot to say, and I was really worried I was going to get cut off on stuff. I really wanted to respond to everything. It's hard to, like, when I start writing down points, it triggers me because there's a lot I want to say. Sometimes, like, somebody will say one thing, and I feel like I have to say a lot to counter it, and it's irritating, so I just speak quickly.
Do you feel like when you do debates like that, you guys are just talking past each other and just, like, doing rhetoric for, like, the chat to hear?
Unfortunately, that's how it feels a little bit. But I try to focus and respond to what the other person's saying. I need to point out more when my interlocutor is not is not responding to me. I need to do a better job at that. Just things I need to keep in mind. I think I started to hit that on that more a little bit towards the end, but.
Sorry, interlocutor? What do you mean?
Interlocutor is like person you're having a conversation with.
Got it.
Usually like a debate discussion with, I think. Interlocutor.
It's the person you're debating.
Person who takes part in a dialogue or conversation. Yes, okay. I should have pointed out more also when Cheng started doing the voice. That was, I think I did towards the end. I'm like, bro, just doing the voice doesn't make what I'm saying incorrect. I don't know why you think this is like somehow dismantling my points, but.
He's doing like a voice against you?
Yeah, he just like makes fun. He does the strawman voice and he tries to re-summarize my arguments with the strawman voice. And I'm like, hello? Is this...
You invented the voice.
I should have done the strawman voice back. That's what we should have done. Fuck. Did you see the Ray William Johnson video about you? Yes, I've seen it. Please stop spam linking it. Holy shit. Yes, I see it. Do you care if you isolate all your Muslim friends? It'd be cool if you didn't. I don't know if I have any Muslim friends. Are you excited about Apple Vision? What is Apple Vision? Do you know?
Apple Vision?
Mm-hmm.
Let's look. I don't like that these tech companies get involved in fucking 9 million different areas of living, but I don't think that's what this is actually. It's like the Vision Pro thing, I think.
Okay, I don't know. I feel like everybody keeps... I feel like it's probably been... Has it been at least 5 years now? Where everybody's looking at like alternate reality, virtual reality, and we're like waiting for the breakthrough product and it's always like around the corner, but it's not there. I don't know.
Just a few more weeks, dude. It's gonna be bigly. I'm gonna make my house not look like a shithole. Dude, Chad.
True.
Why are there so many white names in DGG?
I don't know. FYI, Jenks claims RA dumb bombs was wrong. IDF dive bombs with dumb bombs to dramatically improve their accuracy. I don't even know who invented the term dumb bombs. What a stupid fucking, like, it's just stupid. Like, if I throw a grenade into an office to kill everybody in the office, that's a dumb grenade. Like, just because something doesn't have, like, a targeting or a guidance system doesn't mean it's untargeted or unguided. Or, like, you can fly over a target and drop a precision bomb in an area that is, like, a dumb bomb. Like, it's just such a stupid fucking... It's such a stupid term. I don't know when the fuck this term was even invented. Like, or why people are even using it, yeah.
Dumb bomb?
What? Yeah, people are trying to make up... Because it's not smart bombs, they call them dumb bombs to make it seem like to flesh out that indiscriminately killing civilians thing or whatever. It's just ugh.
There's a lot of dumb people online, man.
Wow.
Me, I'm enlightened. I'm a genius.
Dumb bomb was used for a time, but many military circles felt it sounded trite, and eventually gravity bomb gained popularity. Why not just unguided munitions? Or why not just like a rocket?
Why not just bombs?
KFC KO.
And you see Mitchell.
I don't think you can't watch UFC stuff. You usually get pounded for that. My doctor prescribed Strattera for ADHD and it sucks ass, but I don't want to be a junkie. Asking for Vyvanse, what do I do? I don't know. Good luck. I would never take that. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. There might have been some contraindication for why you can't be prescribed a stimulant, though. Maybe.
Wait, why wouldn't you do the other one?
Stratera, I think, is an SNRI, and it takes like weeks to even build up, and I don't think the research for it is as strong as stimulants. Like, it just, I don't know why the fuck you would ever, I don't know, unless there's a contraindication for a stimulant prescription for some reason. Do you feel like you found any good faith debaters on the Palestinian side? I mean, like, I think the Exel guy is okay, but I think the vast majority of people on the pro-Palestinian side are just unhinged.
Dipshits.
Wow. If you have your people have chips installed in them and they have a friend or foe targeting system in place to segment friendly fire, to me, that is a true smart target system. Wow. Was the thing Jenks was saying about the weight/size of the bombs by the IDF true? Maybe, but also, like, I don't care. I don't know when the fuck we started using, like, when the fuck did the weight of a bomb matter? I've never heard of that used before. I have heard of munition. First of all, also, I don't know that much about munitions. So maybe some people do actually speak about it in terms of weight. But when I hear bombs described in terms of like load, usually you'll have a delivery system, so the type of missile, whatever it might be, and then you'll have the explosive load in like kilotons of TNT or tons of TNT rather. That's usually what I hear, like, oh, this is a whatever. But I've never heard of somebody say, like, oh, this bomb is 500 pounds, or this bomb is like 1,000 pounds. Or I don't know if this is like something, maybe I just haven't seen it before because I just don't read about like missiles or munitions, or if it's just like the new buzzword that people are using, where like a 2,000-pound bomb is way worse than a 500-pound bomb, which is way worse than a 200-pound bomb. Like, I don't know. Maybe they might do it, and I just haven't heard it before. It's possible. But it also just seems irrelevant. Like, why does this bomb weigh more? Or like, what is this even supposed to illustrate? Are we saying that these bombs are more destructive? Is that good? Is that bad? Like, I don't know, it's stupid.
What's your plan today?
Kick or cape in an hour and a half. And tonight I'm going to a steakhouse, you know?
Ooh.
2,000-pound bomb equals 2,000 pounds of TNT explosive equivalent. Oh, is that what it's measuring? Is when it says the poundage of the bomb, is that the explosive load? Oh, if so, that would make sense. I just didn't know. Oh, wait, hold on. People are saying, Rage Pope, big wrong. I don't think that's true. Never mind.
Oh no.
What?
He's gonna come in here.
Who is?
Rage Pope.
Oh, hi, what's up?
Do you really think that water tastes the same everywhere?
Yeah, it's all the exact fucking same.
fucking
It's the exact same. Motherfuckers will be like, I can't drink this water. It's from LA. I need the clean, pure water of Lake Minnasuki. Get the fuck out of here. It's all the same shit. It's fucking water. Okay, it's water. Like, this one doesn't have enough minerals in it. Get out of here. Oh my god.
You moved from good old Miami to Canada.
That's right.
Do you agree with him?
No, water tastes different depending on where you go, and it can taste better or worse. But his taste buds are so fucking fried from eating dog shit food for his whole life.
Unbelievable. Cringe Canadians sucking each other off. The circle jerk is right here.
Do I think Canadian water tastes any better than?
There they are. There they go.
Ohio? Probably not.
There they go.
I didn't come here with like and be like, oh wow, the water tastes so much better here.
There they
But water
are.
tastes different.
Why do you think his taste buds are so fried? He doesn't eat fish. This dude obsesses over steak houses. That's the only thing he eats. Every food take he seems to come out with is questionable, but even his water takes are disgusting. Why do you think that is?
Unbelievable. We should do a blind water taste test. I bet you guys wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Absolutely could.
Absolutely could.
Absolutely would not be able to. I
Some
know
of them
you guys
taste
wouldn't be
similar.
able to. And you guys would get so salty. Be like, no, you switched it. There's no way that was the good water. I know you guys would. You'd lose your fucking minds.
I'm 100% down to do that, by the way. If you want.
Do that.
I'll find
We
it.
will. We're going to.
Why are his taste buds fried? I don't know. His parents came from Cuba, so they probably came to America and just
Yeah,
fed him.
and you
all
already know about
American
Cuban food. Because
Yeah.
whatever they eat over there is just fucking dog water. So if you
Crap.
guys think anything is just the same.
Miami Cuban food, trash.
Facts. But Desi's not even identifying as Cuban most of the time, so I don't think it bothers him. Where did you notice the biggest difference in taste in water? I said California when I was in Los Angeles. I thought it was disgusting.
I haven't been to like LA enough to taste the water there. I couldn't give you an example off the top of my dome, but I have gone to places, probably Kentucky actually, and had the water and just been like, ugh, like not as good as Ohio water.
I want to go to Nebraska and see what Steve grew up on.
Maybe that's what it was.
We will do this test someday, okay?
All right. Well, you enjoy your kick or keep. All right, and stop giving water takes until you've actually tried water in many.
Wait,
I've tried water all over the world. I've tried water all over the world. Okay.
From the tap.
Yeah.
Cap. I don't believe you. I think
I drank water in Stockholm, and they were all like, "This is the cleanest, best tasting water in the world by every poll." And I'm like, "Oh, it tastes like fucking water to me, bro."
This guy only drinks Coca-Cola.
Does he?
Yeah.
Because he had a bottle on his table when I was there.
I have a bottle of water right here. You know what it is? It's some good Miami Beach tap water. You know what it tastes like? Every other fucking tap water. Wow, it tastes like some tap water.
All right, we'll discuss this again some other time after we've traveled a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, he's already gone.
Good. Get him the fuck out of here.
You don't have many bridges left. You need to be nice to the ones you do.
No, I don't. Just have a few more to burn, and then I'm ready to start anew for the new year, okay?
Oh, speaking of burning bridges, you were basically saying that a lot of the Twitch people on the right who call out the lefty YouTubers they're basically clout chasers too, right?
Yeah, I think everybody, a lot of people are.
The reason why nobody said anything to Aiden when he was going off about your family or any of that other stuff was because they were clout hungry.
Yeah, 100%.
How do you feel about Keeper Kick, Abba?
I don't watch that shit.
Wow.
Me either. Am I right, chat? Type 1 if you don't watch that shit.
Is it even watchable? I feel like I think I saw one funny clip come out of it when Low Tier God was on it, and then I tried tuning in the next time, and I'm like, this is unwatchable. I have no idea how there's like you're maintaining viewership during this shit.
He's jealous. He just wishes he could have a show like Kick or Keep.
Oh, did he not get invited? Is that why he's mad?
No, Q says no ABBA.
No ABBA?
Yeah, I'm devastated. I wish I could sit there with a bunch of other degenerates and be like, Israel and Palestine.
We can all hear how mad you are. Just say smiley face out loud. We know that's what you're trying to do in real life.
Wouldn't it mean I have to like make a kick account, or do you guys do everything through Discord?
We can figure it all out, okay? But don't even bother, all right?
It's okay. How long is this gonna last before you fire Q to replace him with somebody more competent?
I've been waiting a while, Abba.
Q's my star employee right now. Okay?
I just feel like you're just throwing water into the, throwing money into the trash.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Someone said it was 5K a week. Is that true?
Yeah, sounds like about right. Yeah, a 2 million or what was it?
It's closer to what he gets a month, but considering the conversion rate for American dollars to whatever currency they have in
He
Somalia,
might as well be a fucking millionaire there. Yeah.
That's it.
Jesus, fuck. Hold on.
This guy is single-handedly supporting Somali piracy and doesn't even care.
Guy's the richest fucking man in Somalia.
Yeah, they just made a new baron. Part-time Somali warlord, part-time kick or keep host.
Makes more money being a kick or keep host.
Listen. I'm just glad Destiny just finally said it. He's going after the big boys now. He called them all
cloud hungry sharks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Are you sad that D&D's gone and that Destiny doesn't care about it anymore?
Am I sad? I don't know. Half the session he was fucking AFK in his own brain anyways, so.
I think he's he got the ADHD.
On Vyvanse, he might actually be able to do it.
I think D&D is very difficult when your attention span is that short. It requires like a lot of commitment and time and precision. And I also think for the audience viewing experience, it's not that great for most people.
Just D&D in general?
Yeah, unless
I
the people doing it are like super engaged, a lot of visuals, things like that to keep people into it. I think it's hard to foster.
You know what's really good, I think, for Dungeons and Dragons? I think a 2-person session actually can bring a lot of people in, where like a 4-person session couldn't. When it's 2 people, there's always like something happening like between the 2 people. When there's like 4 people, I feel like there's sometimes like a bit of like a lull.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think 2 people is really, really, really good.
2 people not bad. I've never seen a session with 2 people. I think 3 is like the lowest I've gone, and then maybe 5 is the highest. But I've seen people run it with like 6, 7. I think
Yeah,
also the other
it's
part that's hard is if you miss one session, then everything feels difficult the next time when people want to watch it again, and they're like, "Where are we at? What happened? Who's this person?" And so it's hard to keep.
Really hard to keep like yeah, if you miss one session, you're just like fuck. Now I'm like behind a session, and then you don't watch another one, and then you're behind on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I run like a D&D YouTube channel, so these are the problems that we're trying to fix, and it's not.
I think visuals definitely help. Like ever since I started using Tailspire, it's been a lot more engaging for me personally and for my crew members because then they get to customize their minis. A lot of the visuals also help out to keep the engagement. But I know a lot of traditionalists like to do everything with imagination and pen and paper, so it's different.
Yeah, we got a producer to do our show, so he's constantly like flipping the cameras, and when 2 people are talking, there's like a 2-person cam and stuff like that, and like if something's happening on the map, he's moving around the map and stuff, and I think that's helped a lot with like viewer engagement and like keeping people in it.
Yeah, I think these are all things that Destiny could use for Keeper Kick and make it more interesting.
Cringe.
Yeah, that would be nice for Keeper Kick or whatever. I never have watched it, to be quite honest.
You know what's funny is you could hear the Destiny's voice, but he's already put like a timeline on ending Keeper Kick in his head, and he just hasn't announced it to anybody. Like you can just hear in his voice, he like doesn't give a shit about it.
Yeah, is that what you do with your YouTube channel, Abba? Are you gonna retire on us soon?
That's it. That's it. I've already got a timeline on it. I'm about to siphon, but I'm actually making real money. You're just throwing money to a Somali warlord, so like you're taking the L.
It's called supporting minorities. Okay, you should try it sometime.
Yeah. No, I think I'd rather do it the Chenk way and just send special forces in for a Black Hawk Down experience.
Jesus Christ.
Why are you going Jesus Christ as if you didn't say that last night?
I would never make jokes like that, okay? That sounds
By
incredibly
the
insensitive.
end of it, you know what's so funny watching that fucking that debate? By the end of it, I could tell your civility had gone out the window, and you started just laughing and cracking jokes, and I was like, "Oh, he's definitely going the spite route."
Well, he kept doing the. First of all, I ended actually on a very nice note. But secondly, he kept doing the straw man voice of me. But I was making better arguments than him. So he just thought he could just straw man voice away all my arguments. Like, bro, you're the one here saying send in special forces because 2,000 pounds is like too fat for a bomb. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're not even making real arguments.
Will you do the straw man voice for us?
I can't.
Oh, you just want to drop bombs and pretend it's an accident. Like, you know, we weren't meaning to. We knocked on your phone and we let you know. And then we dropped a bomb and killed your whole family. It's just an accident, guys. It's not real.
True.
Is that pretty close?
That is pretty close, yeah.
That's pretty good.
I tried it. I've been practicing. Ever since I heard Destiny talk about the Cheese Man, I've been obsessed. I've been Googling Cheese Man.
I tried to make a joke about, like, it's so...
Like a joke. But I don't think it was a joke.
Because he was talking about how, like, we should just give peace to all the fucking Palestinians and then they'll be good. And I was like, I think we tried that in World War II with, I don't know, I think it was called, like, a cheese man or some shit. Because it's like, the joke is like, obviously we tried to appease them and it fucking failed. You don't appease fucking terrorists. But apparently that joke was too hard to understand. I need a better word that sounds similar to appeasement, I guess.
The cheese man. This guy's legendary, dude.
Any takeaways from last night's debate? Did you enjoy doing it?
Yeah. I feel
Yeah,
super...
I enjoy every debate that I do. I always learn something.
I found my rhetoric is decently good, and I feel super informed on this topic, so now it's a lot of fun to navigate the arguments, because I feel like I know it from a lot of different angles.
Am I crazy, or the more a debate goes on, or like if you get frustrated, the faster you speak? I don't think I've ever said anything about how quickly you speak, but towards the end, like, you was rattling that shit off.
I think it's because I have a really high command of the information, so I don't have to search my brain as much. Like, once I start talking about certain things, like, it just kind of, like, comes out as, like, a prepared... Like I know like Egypt, Jordan, Syria, and I can talk about like, oh, like these particular historical facts. Like they all just kind of come out as like chunks of information. I don't have to think about it as much.
Yeah.
I think I was probably talking even maybe a little bit too fast. But I also just get really paranoid that like, because the moderator did a really good job for the most part. Not for the most part, for the entire part. He did a really good job. But I was getting a little bit worried sometimes when he would cut me off. He's like, oh, let's let him respond to this or whatever. And it's like, hold on, I wrote like 7 things down. I got through 3 of them. I'm responding to every single point.
And you said you don't want to do the whole point-by-point thing, or is it because the other person never does, so you don't want to do it either?
I would, but yeah, the other person will just take it as an opportunity to ramble.
Okay, so here's a different question. Did you feel like Cheng made any arguments that you found were slightly interesting, or, you know, that you weren't able to rebut properly?
No.
No,
not a single one.
No, nothing.
Gotcha. What would you rate his performance?
I think as good as any like pro-Palestinian. He's not completely clueless on everything. I just think it's hard to defend that perspective, and it's like a very ideologically driven one.
Mm. Okay. All right. Well, that's all my questions for today. Oh wait, are you gonna join the Scuff podcast soon to confront everybody about being clout chasers? Or
No, I'm just gonna do my own thing. You know, that's what I do. I'm a sick.
You know these clips are gonna end up on
so
LSF, so why not just attack it head on?
Yeah, why not go in there and
because I feel like if I get invited again, I feel like Train's not gonna invite all the people now that I've like fought with, or he's just gonna invite them and tell me to join the next one, and it's just gonna be. I just like these types of games. I've already said everything I need to say. Like, why would I go on the show to confront them directly? And then even if I go on and confront them directly, like they might just be like, oh yeah, sorry, I shouldn't have said blah blah blah. And then it's like whatever. And it's like, well, what the fuck was the point of this? I don't know.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't like, and this is probably the only thing I didn't like from the whole thing, was just when you made that joke and then he started calling you the F slur, and then they start throat clutching over the Muslim joke. I'm like, are you guys serious? You guys, this is what you guys are like terrified of, like him making like a suicide, but you don't give a fuck about the other shit.
Oh no, I figured this out. I figured this out the other day. Okay. You know how on the left, you know how like the trans stuff is like you can't say anything about it. Like once somebody's like trans morphed up, the armor protects you from every insult. On the right, they've discovered that it's Islam. Like as soon as you've like basically equipped your Islam armor, like you can't make fun of the religion. You've got to respect all these tenets. Even though these guys have like literally never cracked open a Quran in their life. Like you could literally like this would be so fucking funny. Like put Sneeko and Aiden Ross like in a room and then give them 2 Torahs and like tell them like, hey, I want you to spend 10 minutes to find Muhammad. Do you think you can do it? And I bet they both agree. And they'd be like be flipping through it for like 30 minutes. I have no fucking idea what's going on. God, I hate these fucking people. Oh, it's so fake.
I think it's worse from them, though.
Yeah, it is.
It's worse.
Yeah.
It's worse because you guys are like free speech. Don't limit anything anybody says. Jokes are okay. Laugh about whatever you want. Then you make a Muslim joke, and then they fucking lose it. And I'm like, yo, you guys are pussy for that.
But it's not even that they're virtue signaling, I think, that much. Or it kind of is. But it's more that they're just afraid of their Muslim audiences because they know that they'll get super mad if they don't say anything.
Do these people even have huge Muslim audiences? I don't think that's true.
Yeah, because they cater and they pander to them like crazy. And Muslims are some of the most saddest fucks online in terms of celebrity worship. Bro, if you put you can take some dude who can pull his dick out of the most like evil, satanic, like trans horse, devil worshipping animal. They'll pull the dick out, okay? They'll wipe it off with a washcloth made of money that they earned through like gambling and prostitution revenue. And they'll have 5,000 followers on Twitter and say, I'm converting to Islam. And every Muslim online will be like, oh, Allah Akbar, oh, you converted. We love this guy now. Like it is actually the amount of like insecure, desperate, loser fuck Muslims online that do this celebrity idol worship shit for like Andrew Tate, who still runs all of his cam businesses, by the way, is so fucking pathetic. And it's even more pathetic because they made fun of Christians for being pathetic. Like, you guys don't defend your religion. Okay, well, you don't even have one anymore. It's literally like a religion of TikTok celebrity worship, or at least in the circles that I see. Maybe it's not like the whole like online Muslim world, but like the fact that Tate got so much acceptance in that world when he made a career out of doing like the most haram shit in the world and continues to do so is unfucking believable, dude. It's unreal. Holy shit. Ugh. Yeah. Crazy.
I understand what you're saying in regards to catering to that audience for people like Aiden, because I think he definitely panders to that shit a lot.
Because he picked up a lot from Tate.
You think the rest of the guys who are pearl clutching in there were also trying to cater to a Muslim audience? Like I didn't imagine Tifu or any of the other guys really think about Islam like that.
I think it was more to cater to Aiden Ross.
Really? You thought they got offended by that joke for Aiden?
They didn't get offended by it. They just wanted to like defend Aiden.
I honestly think that online and just in general, I just think there's a lot of red tape about saying stuff about Muslims in general.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it too. But like these guys shouldn't feel that pressure, right? They're not like progressive cucks or anything, right?
Yeah, even though they're not progressive cucks, even in right areas, I just think generally making fun of religion is just not well seen, even for the most free speech type of people.
Nah.
So
if you started shitting on Jews or Christians, everybody in that call would have started. If I would have made like a priest rape joke, or if I would have made some joke about fucking the Jews running the world and we need to avenge Kanye West or some shit, everybody would have been laughing. And
yeah, but the Jews is different because everybody hates Jews, right? So
okay, sure, but what about Christians? I can make fun of Christians and they'd probably be fine with
Christians, yes, you can, to a degree. Like if you wanted to make fun about Jesus or whatever, it's been socially acceptable to do so. But there's a certain threshold you pass where making fun of people's religion, bar Judaism, becomes too much for people on the right. So, for example, right-wing absolutists will talk about free speech, but if you start going off and you have a whole stand-up special just making fun of Jesus or whatever it is, a lot of them will get very upset. They're like, look how these people are constantly trying to clown Christianity, whatever it is. They do get upset at that kind of stuff. And
Yeah, but that's because
for
people on the
Islam,
right.
it's especially true even more so. It's like it's a lower threshold for how much you can say about Islam before guys lose it and they don't accept it on the right.
Sure, I understand the argument you're making. I think the more prescient argument is I think people don't actually have principles of like free speech. When conservatives say they want freedom of speech, what they really mean is I just want the freedom to bully the people that I want to bully without getting in trouble for it. When conservatives say I want free speech, what they're really saying is I want to be able to make fun of gay people and trans people. That's all they're saying. Because when we look at real important protections for freedom of speech, like for instance, freedom of the press, and when Donald Trump says shit like I want to open up libel laws so I can sue every one of these outlets that are making fun of me, or when Donald Trump himself was submitting takedowns to Twitter for journalists that were calling him an asshole, every conservative was fucking silent on that. So conservatives don't give a fuck about freedom of speech. They just want the freedom to bully the people that they're not allowed to bully right now without getting canceled for it. That's all they mean when they say it.
I agree. I think also the other part that makes the Muslim stuff also inaccessible is like if you say anything about Muslims, like the amount of hatred and threats you get is substantially higher than any other group.
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
Red tape around that.
Yeah, I've been like, posting a couple of those online. Jesus.
I think I've mentioned like maybe 2 or 3 times in my entire like online career that I'm not Muslim anymore. I still get messages from people who lose it. Like, and I'm like, bro, I think the religion's fine. It's for people. It's just not for me. Keep it pushing. Go do your thing. You guys are acting like I'm always hating on it or I've made it my career. They're like, why would you mention it at all? I'm like, yo, kill yourself. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. I'll mention it again. I did this. I made one joke about it, and the amount of messages I got was absurd. And I've never had that kind of response to anything else I've ever done except for that topic. And it wasn't like I was mad disrespectful or anything like that. So I think that's also part of the reason why a lot of people are very reluctant to say anything about Islam in particular.
Yeah. Also, there's like a special sensitivity spot for ex-Muslims. Like, I don't think you ever admit that online. That like, I used to be Muslim. You're better off just saying like, I don't like Islam. But admitting you're ex-Muslim, even if you're nice about it, will always guarantee you like a certain amount of hate.
Yeah, they'd be like death to apostates, all this other stuff. I've seen it all. I've seen it all. It is always crazy to me whenever I get that kind of response. It's just like people I don't know just found out I wasn't interested anymore. Didn't say anything defamatory, and they're like, "I hope your whole family dies for your sin." I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, Jesus, cringe. I don't know. Yeah, I just hope we get past this era. I mean, with the Tates falling off and then the red pill slowly falling off, hopefully we leave the Islam is based arc on the internet soon, but we'll see.
You think so? I think it's only getting started.
I mean, a lot of it came with Tate. A lot of it came with the red pillars. I think as that starts to subside, the American political system in the West isn't going to support it. It was just the younger people, and now that they've lost like some of their big like Islamic guiders, I don't know. I have a hard time believing it. But who knows? I could be wrong.
I think all the IRL streamers are very careful. IRL streamers are also hilarious to me because they'll make fun of everything, priest or whatever. They will never touch Islam. The guys who are like the most flagrant talking about like I'll slap Uncle Donald Trump or whatever it might be. These people are very terrified. I think a huge segment. Am I crazy? Is there a lot of Muslim viewers on Kick? I feel like there is, just because every time I see these IRL streamers talking about Islam positively, like there's always a bunch of people who be like W Islam in the chat or whatever.
It's hard to say because the Muslims that are there are probably really loud. Like the ones that show up online, like the Muslim community online is like very vocal. Like they're very much into, is it called proselytizing? Is that a real word? Yeah. They're very much into that. Whereas like, I don't think Christians care that much. And Jewish people, the only people they try to convert are other Jews that don't go to synagogue or temple as much or whatever. So yeah, the Muslims online are like hardcore into, they're like the new age, like Christian apologetics and everything too. Like I noticed that when I debated with that Daniel Hiki, whatever the guy that defends fucking 9-year-olds, when I debated with that guy, I got a bunch of weird comments on my YouTube and I started following some of these and I didn't realize there's like a whole online debate world of Muslims that talk about like the scientific validity of the Quran and shit. There's like that whole world of them, trying to like...
You get familiar with the Dawas?
Familiar with the what?
The Dawas.
Oh, I don't even know what the fuck that is.
The Ali Dawas, all these other people.
Oh, I think I've heard that name before, I think. Yeah. I think. Is that a name?
Yeah.
And then like Daniel, Muhammad Hijab, and like there's a couple of these guys that are all like, the well-known debater people,
I don't know how accurate this is, but I've heard that a lot of... the royalties from the UAE and different parts of the Gulf are very interested in like the online world. They have a huge social media presence, like it's really important to them, and a lot of them do associate with the Tate types and stuff like that. So I think for them, a lot of stuff that's like positive in terms of like the perception of Islam, in terms of like celebrity recognition, really lends well to them. So actually, a lot of celebrities, even if their personal views are like completely counterintuitive to, certain values of the Gulf or things like that, will still associate heavily with these groups. for financial gain because there's a lot of money being thrown at these people, and Tate is like a good example of that.
Yeah.
I think once that he was the biggest person in the world, there's a lot of people who saw that as positive press for the Gulf itself.
Yeah.
And the image that they're trying to create.
That's why I said they do all the celebrity worship shit. They do the celebrity worship because they just want to advertise the religion. Yeah.
So a lot of the Muslim guys who do a lot of the debating online, they actually get paid from people from beneficiaries in the Gulf, and so there's a huge amount of money going into it in terms of profitability. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know as much about who gets paid or whatever, but yeah.
Hey, listen, it's not just IG models who get flown out to.
Trust me, I know there were StarCraft players that did too. Yeah. Just lonely princes or whatever that want friends and yeah.
Yeah, you're using Sports League. They have a whole bunch of sports league. You saw what happened with golf?
I did not know.
Oh yeah.
Do you know about it, Moon?
Yeah. I can't remember the name of it right now, but they merged with the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
It's called sports washing.
It is crazy. This is actually one of the funniest stories. If I remember correctly, I might be having it a little bit wrong, but essentially a bunch of golfers were going to sign with a different league. They were no longer be with the PGA Tour, which is the most prestigious league, and they were going to sign with a Saudi-based league. I think it's called Live Golf or something. Yep. So these individual golfers were going to sign these deals, and then the PGA lost it. Okay, they started clutching. How dare you guys? This is against our principles. These people are wrong. Whatever it is. So there's a huge amount of backlash of it. So the golfers decided to step away and not go through with the deal. Then the PGA, if I remember correctly, the PGA ended up signing with the same people, and I think they created something. Did I get the order right?
The PGA, now signed with Live, and they're I don't know 100%, but they're working together, or maybe the Live bought the PGA. I can't exactly tell you, but yeah. And the people who stayed loyal to the PGA got royally fucked because the people who went to Live got huge fucking contracts and huge buyouts, and all the people who were quote unquote loyal to the PGA just kind of got fucked.
Yeah, someone said it's not official, but I think there's a legal battle going on where I think somebody's trying to break it up for monopoly purposes or something along those lines, or antitrust, something like that. But yeah, essentially the golf is just spending insane amounts of money to bring a bunch of sports league, esports, all these different things over there.
Hey, they're buying football teams, like soccer. As well and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they've been bringing in the biggest stars over the last 2 years. They got Cristiano Ronaldo, Sadio Mane, all the biggest football stars are now transferring over to the Saudi league.
Messi, but I think Messi wanted an expansion team here. But whatever.
No, he went to Miami, I think.
Yeah, but I think that's just because he wanted the guaranteed expansion team, so he can have his own fucking team here.
Possible. Yeah. I ended up going to I was there for F1 weekend. I was in the Emirates. I ended up having somebody who worked for the airline get me a business flight, so I'm very grateful. And I decided to go check it out. I'd never been. I was really shocked by how many celebrities I ended up seeing on the flight for the F1 weekend. And I knew a lot of these people from the online world, and I kept thinking to myself, okay, actually, I want to ask you this, Destiny. Do you think there's anything weird about people who have very strong political opinions that don't align with the Gulf, going out there for leisure or for helping promoting big events that happen in the Gulf?
There's a really nuanced take that you can give on this that I had somebody give to me once. I think it depends on how you approach it. So, have you ever heard of a guy called Red Eye that used to do esports a long time ago?
No.
I feel like I did.
Yeah, Red Eye. Paul, I think was his name. Maybe. We had a conversation on this, I think 10 years ago. I think it had to do with whether or not the Olympics should be in Russia or the Winter Olympics being in Russia or something, over not having gay people there or something. And I think at the time, the argument that I had made was that I feel like if people strongly support these issues, that they should pull out. They shouldn't be involved in these countries so that pressure happens and causes people to change and blah, blah, blah. And his counter argument was, he said that rather than disengaging completely from these types of places, something that's more impactful is to run the events and go there, but while you're there, use that as an opportunity to speak out against the injustices that you see. You get more platforming for it, more eyes get on it, people that are in the area now have to contend with it because you're in their country saying something. And he said that that was a more impactful way of changing people's minds in those areas rather than just disengaging completely. So I would say that participating in countries that do stuff like that, I don't think it's necessarily bad as long as you're speaking out against it. But if you go there to simp for it and you pretend that nothing's happening, you don't say anything, then you're just you're collecting a paycheck, which is also fine, but just don't pretend you've got strong values or beliefs on it, and certainly don't say it afterwards. Clearly you're just doing what you can for the money. Just be honest
Yeah.
about it.
Didn't the Botez sisters do that shit?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, but the amount of money they're throwing at these chess people, like I'd probably bend over to. Pause.
Yeah.
they're paying for this silence with a lot of money.
Yeah, they're not throwing them 10 grand. Like,
Yeah, none of the people are going over there and being like, "We don't support this up." They know when they go over there and they're getting paid, they shut the fuck up about any of these social issues and they go through with it.
I mean, I don't. If like we get so much money doing this shit, like, do you really need the extra money? I don't know.
Hey man, you used to see some of these fucking paychecks.
Yeah, I guess, but like I'm trying to think, like if I got paid like $10 million, like at this point my life's not changing. Like, am I really gonna? I probably would for 10 million. Actually, never mind. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I think
you know what?
Also,
Listen,
like, let's say before
are you not gonna do a
off
debate with
5 million.
with one of these like Muslim debaters in that country for 10 million? You would do it. Come on, don't lie.
maybe yeah.
And their whole thing is just don't say anything bad about the country, and that's it. Like,
I think it would depend. I don't know. I don't know. If you weren't making as much money though, I could definitely understand people like taking buyouts. If you're like a pro chess player and you get paid like $20,000 a year for your tournaments, I could see them be like, oh, $500,000, fuck it, yeah.
Well, I also think the thing is, like, even if you're a streamer like Botez sisters, right? You don't know how long you're gonna be a fucking streamer.
They should be set for life. Those two should be.
At this point, probably now. Yeah.
Back when they went, they were probably set for life.
Yeah.
They were.
I will say
they've
this.
only been around for like a year maximum.
Wait, what? Haven't the Botez sisters been around for like 4 or 5 years?
I know, but when they went,
longer.
like Saudi Arabia, I thought it was like a year or two into their career, which isn't going to set you up for life.
I thought it was like 2 years past them like exploding.
So you think they made like what, $5 million in like 2 years?
It's possible. Their streams had 20.
Take a ton of sponsorships.
They did a ton of sponsors. Their streams had 20,000 plus concurrent viewers. Their YouTube channel videos were explosive.
5 million in 2 years doing that? I don't know. I could see like 1 million easily, but now we're talking split between 2 people.
Botez YouTube.
I think we gotta do it.
Was it Botez Live? Is this where they posted videos? Because like Alexandria would go and like play people in New York, like Central Park and shit. I think every single one of these videos it was like 1 million views plus easy. Yeah, at their height here, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, because maybe I could be. This 85 million views at this height, did this include YouTube Shorts, or was this just on ordinary length videos? 33 million?
I was definitely shorts. That's
you
gotta
sure?
be shorts. That coincides perfectly with when shorts started.
It might have been, yeah. Let me check popular. Oh, yeah, bro. Oh, my God. Like, these are, like, printing money. I played Chess Hustlers in Union Square. 18 million views, 16 million views, 11 million views, 9 million views. These are all 10-minute videos around.
Okay, so they have the ads on.
Mm-hmm. 5 million, 5 million,
How much
4
do you think
million.
they're making on like a, let's say, a 10 million view video? Probably, I don't know.
What, for a 10 million view video? You're probably looking at like 100 grand.
At least. Well, depends on how many ads they have in it. But you could. Yeah, you could. Yeah.
100 grand.
CPM,
Yeah.
Like,
and especially like your content here is like very family friendly. I bet the ad inventory you get to draw from is like super high because it's very wholesome and everything. So, yeah, like yeah.
But $5 million in 2 years, there's no way that they got that.
Well, how many subs do they have on? How many subs do they carry on Twitch?
Yeah, and these ladies, you know what I mean? They're pretty attractive. I could definitely see them, you know, raking in a lot of that money from donations.
That's true.
And subs, and they did a lot of sponsor stuff. And I think Andrea, doesn't she have a fan's house or whatever, a fan house or whatever?
Does she have like an Amazon wish list? I know I'd be buying some.
Sure. If you told me in 5 years they made 5 million, fucking absolutely, I believe you. Just 2 years at the start of their career, I don't know. That's.
Yeah, they definitely made that much, and they also do a lot of IRL events, so they're getting paid for a lot of these appearances and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
the appearances. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like currently, they're carrying like 3,000 views on their Twitch channel, right?
Yeah.
Who knows? Anything's possible.
I was gonna say, are you doing that? Oh, you're doing that a little bit later. Okay. For when I went to the UAE, I was really surprised how not like anything I imagined it would be. It really did feel. So you know the UAE's demographics, right? This.
The demographics? I don't know. Brown people, Muslims, tourists, rich people. What are you asking me?
So it's like 90% not Emirati. So like only like 10% of the population is actually like from there.
Okay. So a lot of tourists or a lot of immigrants?
A lot of it is like workers from like South Asia, so India, Pakistan, places like that.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Of the visa scams and shit.
Yeah, so those are the ones who are basically going there to work and make all the infrastructure. So you'll see a lot of them. They're all construction people, and then the rest of it is just tourists. Like getting an actual Emirati passport is incredibly difficult for people who are not from there.
Yeah.
So everyone's just there kind of temporarily. And Dubai, Abu Dhabi is kind of different, but when you go there, you know what it feels like? It feels like it is a young country, so it kind of makes sense. But it feels like it's a Western project in the Middle East. Like they have a replica of the Louvre over there. They have like, you know how Vegas has the Eiffel Tower?
Yeah. Wait, no.
Yeah. Yes. They have like a fake Eiffel Tower that's smaller, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They have a lot of similar stuff like that when you go to the Emirates.
Okay.
And so a lot of it feels Western. You're gonna see like the idea of seeing like a bunch of Instagram people when you're in Dubai, like yes, that's real. I remember just seeing an Airbnb and like 50% of foreigners, and they all look like they had an Instagram with like 10,000 followers. It is a very bizarre place to visit. Nice beaches, very nice beaches. I was really surprised by that in Abu Dhabi, and the food is pretty decent. But there's no sense of like local culture when you're there. Everything feels like it's taken from everywhere else, and I think it makes sense because the country's only like 50 or 60 years old. So yeah.
Yeah.
But are they even trying to have like a local culture per se, or are they just trying to like bring like tourists and like people to the place? You know?
Yeah, to me, it feels like they're looking long term, and they want to turn the Gulf into an attraction site for people from all over Europe and Asia. And I think it's working because when I was there were so many Brits, so many Europeans who go down to Abu Dhabi regularly for just vacationing and stuff like that. And so they've really made it like a Western oriented visiting place.
Yeah, a lot of people take jobs there too because there's no tax. So like if you make $1,000, you make $1,000.
Yeah. So to link this back to everything we said before, that's why I think they crave the public affection of celebrities. That's why Will Smith gets paid like $100,000 to go shoot a YouTube video over there in the largest pool in the world that they have in Dubai or whatever it is. Like they're doing all this stuff because they want to control the perception of it. And all these celebrities, all these online creators who do this stuff, I suspect they probably get cut a check by somebody out there for the positive tourism. They get flown out business class. Like I flew business class with Etihad. I'm gonna be honest with you, the Gulf got the best airlines I've ever seen in the world. Nothing comes close. I was shocked at like what kind of luxury that exists over there. So yeah, if somebody else is not paying, I'll never do it again. But it was insane having like their service is no joke. So I think I understand why they're doing stuff and how effective it is.
Yeah. I've heard that some of the Tokyo Airlines or Japanese airlines are supposed to be really good. Those are the two I think that I see people do YouTube reviews of the most. It's like the Emirati ones and then some Japanese airline or something.
I don't think Japan. I've never heard anything about Japan. I do know that like Singapore is huge.
Wait, it might be Singapore, not Japan. I'm sorry. That might be the one.
Yeah. Yeah, Singapore is huge in terms of like airline supremacy in South Asia. They do a great job. Yeah, if you ever fly business or first class with them, like
I think that the one-way flights for those are like $20,000, aren't they?
Yeah, depending on where you go. If you're going from like Singapore to like London, yeah, you're probably gonna pay something like that. But you have to understand, you have like a whole apartment in the sky.
You get like your own room.
Bed. You have like a desk. Yeah. You have somebody who serves you. It's a different way of flying. Like I remember when I was doing the whole business thing, there was literally a lady who'd come by and I could get alcoholic drinks of like cocktails at any point throughout the whole flight as much as I wanted, food as much as I wanted throughout the whole flight. There was a lie down bed that like you press a button, the bitch just expands. You had a door that closes. It was insane. It doesn't even feel like you're flying. It's disgusting how luxurious it is.
For you.
I wonder, Destiny, would you ever pay for one of them flights once?
I mean, like, if I wanted, like, the experience and I had somebody else that wanted to, maybe. But the issue is that, like, for that much money, you could have, like, an unbelievably broader experience somewhere else, probably, right? Like, I imagine, like, $20,000 spent in, like, Italy or something over a week would probably be a lot more fun than a $20,000 first-class flight, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I tell myself, so that's why I can't afford it. Like, imagine the Airbnb you could get. Or like just like the amount of stuff you could buy in terms of food and like luxury stuff versus like one 20-hour plane ride or 15-hour plane ride. I just can't.
You're gonna sleep through fucking half of it.
Yeah. Sleep well though.
That's true. Yeah.
Someone else is paying. I'll definitely take it. Weren't you supposed to have a guest over and you wanted to fly first class?
Who said that?
Well, I was talking to somebody, a producer of yours.
Oh, maybe.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was kind of wild, but
I feel like I'm missing something here.
Sorry, I think I might have stepped on a landmine.
well, I don't want to say anything, but there was a guest that we were considering chatting with, and they were like, "Yeah, I can come, but I need like a business class flight," and it would have been like I think it would have been like a $10,000 flight. Like, what? No, this is not happening. Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Do you think them asking is a surprise in that like somebody else must be offering this kind of stuff for them right now?
There's no shot anybody else is offering that. I don't believe that.
You don't think institutions would fly out like people who have huge? No, I feel like I don't believe that a lot of these guys fly economy when they're doing a lot of these.
Economy, no, but first class international, there aren't that many people in the world that are commanding like a $50,000 stipend or like a $50,000 paycheck appearance fee. You're talking very few people. Like, would people do it for like Jordan Peterson or like a president or like Ben Shapiro? Probably. That's about it, though. I think like you're not getting, yeah. Like if I like. Yeah, I don't know. Like I command a decent size, but I'm not like if I ask for a business flight, that's like my entire paycheck. Like that's it. Like they're not gonna pay me money on top of that because internationally, business or first class flights can be $5,000 to $10,000. Like how much more are you charging for your appearance fee? Like would you really get like a $5,000 appearance fee and a first class business flight? Like it'd be so dumb. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's. I don't think many people would go for that. But I could be wrong. Also, I don't know. Domestically, I could see people demanding like a business flight or whatever.
First class flight or whatever.
Yeah.
I think institutions would probably pay that pretty often.
Yeah, maybe, but not
Probably
for like random people.
Yeah. There are people like academic scholars and stuff like that, and they're well regarded. I definitely can see them paying for like business class flights and stuff like that because there's probably like a certain image they have to maintain, and then they have the funds through their school system to be able to pay for it. So I'm sure Oxford, whoever it flies out, even if they're not like the biggest following, if they're like a recognized academically, they'd probably pay that.
I hope our schools aren't fucking paying people to fly first class. Jesus fuck.
You'd be surprised how like crazy the spending budgets is for a lot of these institutions and how little they care about how they spend the money.
Yeah, I had an appearance that I was doing at a school a while ago, and unfortunately I started telling schools like, I'm sorry, like I love you guys, I like doing appearance here, but I can't do this for free anymore. This is like, it's just, I'm traveling 3 times a month. I did for a lot of this year. It's just like way too much. I'm sorry, I can't do this. And then they started offering me appearance fees, and I'm like, listen, I love you guys, but like I'm gonna charge a bit. And they're like, okay, what about $5,000 plus flights and hotel? I'm like, okay, what? Yeah, sure, I can do this. That's fine. And I'm like, and then when I started talking to somebody, she was like, okay, you guys just throw like, you know, like 10 grand or 5 grand around like pretty easily. Like, what are your guys' budgets for this? And I think one of the guys I talked to was like, oh, well, this is like a publicly funded university. Like our particular student union gets a 7-figure budget over like 2 years to run events. Like, what the fuck? Oh shit.
You could ask for way more.
Yeah, I know. So like in my mind, I was like, yeah, because normally I didn't like to charge students because I'm thinking like, well, fuck, they're like students and I don't like cut into their budgets or whatever. But I didn't consider it. I guess it's like, yeah, they're like university orgs. Like, well, fuck, I should be asking these guys.
Yeah, they pay. We had like I remember somebody paid me $8,000 to do a 30-minute show in a neighboring university. And like I remember I didn't want to do it, so I just threw out a number and they're like, sure. And
nice, yeah. Oh, that's the worst feeling ever. Oh no.
I was like, there's no way. And you know that was like the last time I did a big show like that. But yeah,
they told
$8,000 for 30 minutes.
$8,000 for 30 minutes. Fuck him.
Yeah. No,
where
a lot of these
where are you at in
just
Canada?
throw money. They just throw money in the toilet because they have to spend the budget. There's literally people's job who it is to pay people to come out and do this stuff, and they're just filling shit in the programming, and it has to be varied. So as long as you don't break any of the fucking rules and get them fired, like they're happy to throw the money at you because like they don't care about where the money goes.
Yeah.
Which part of Canada are you in, if you say?
Montreal.
Oh, Montreal, nice. I went to Montreal for my honeymoon, and it was by far one of the best, if not the best, city I've ever been to.
Hey, we get that recognition. What time of year did you go?
We went in September, so
that's not a bad time. Fall.
We love food, so we went and did like all of like the really cool food places like Vin Mon Le Pen, Monarch and stuff like that.
Yeah, did you get them fucking smoked meat sandwiches at Schwartz?
Yeah, but I didn't like it. That was the only
Yeah,
place I went
it's
to
so
Montreal,
overrated.
and I didn't like it. Yeah.
Lineup. There's a lineup every time. Every
Yeah,
time I
I
take the
don't-
bus past
I
it,
don't know
I'm like,
how,
why are
man.
these peasants here? And
It
they're
is
always
not
there for
good.
smoked meat sandwiches.
Yeah, we went because it was on like all of the Google lists or whatever. They were like, go to Schwartz, and we went, and it was fucking dog shit. But the bagel place was really good. St. Vincent's or St. Viator's, whatever.
Yeah. Saint Viator. The
Yeah,
bagel
that place
spot.
was really good.
Yeah, to the mile. Next time you go, message me privately, and I'll tell you all the restaurants to go check out.
Yeah, thanks. I definitely will.
Pleasure.
We had like a multiple like really nice like French people like, oh, you got to go here. It's like a fucking institution. So we went to just so many of those too. Sweet.
I like that. Good. Come back.
Yeah,
Good
I
idea.
will.
Rent's
I'm trying
cheaper.
to fucking move there, man. Fuck.
Hey, listen, if you need advice on neighborhoods, I'll help you with that too.
Yeah, I'll hit you up.
I've been trying to get Destiny to come up here, but it's
You know,
falling through.
someday.
You know, first off, it was like, oh, the visa situation, we can't travel. And
What's your excuse now, Steve?
Wait, what visa situation? Oh, Mel's visa situation?
yeah, I was trying to get both of you guys to come up at one point.
Oh yeah. I just have to see right now in Quebec, and we'll figure it out. Okay. I gotta see if your mom's free. You know what I mean?
That just means never.
My mom lives in Ontario. We could check her out there.
Oh, and that's where we're going.
She's armed, by the way. One of the few Canadians.
Damn.
I feel like a lot of Canadians have shotguns in their houses.
If you live in
Not
like
this
rural
much.
spots or you have a hunting license, yeah. Otherwise, it's like not the easiest to get.
How do you feel about Trudeau?
I feel like every year I just hear how much people hate him, and then he just
And then he gets
manages to
reelected.
it's just so crazy to me. Like I must be in the wrong circles, so it's just it's very hard for me to gauge how anything is going to go. It seems like this is the point where he's really supposed to get dethroned because I feel like all the polls.
By, what's his name?
Poliver.
That's what it is.
Isn't that a terrible name?
It's French. Of course, it's terrible.
Yeah. I don't know how that shit's gonna go, but
PP. Yeah.
You know the problem with re-electing this guy, or having somebody else be elected, is that his opposition is always like the most uninspiring, loserish,
Crazy
dude.
person.
So it's just, I don't think he's winning. I think everyone's just constantly losing.
Yeah, it seems like, I don't know, from the Canadians that I've talked to, everyone fucking hates Trudeau, and it seems like this really is going to be his year to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
But we're going to find out.
It's interesting because I feel like Canadians will complain, but they're really not the type of people to be for radical change. And so they'll just stay with the status quo because it's not horrible, but it's bad enough to make them complain every day.
You're just always bitching about it, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It's like the weather. You know, every time winter comes around, these people complain, but at the end of the day,
It's
they
something
just shut the
crazy,
fuck up and they
like
shovel.
only 30% of like people in fucking Toronto went and voted for like the mayor or something. I was just like, Jesus Christ. Everybody bitches about the premier or whatever, and nobody's fucking voting.
Bro, I haven't cared about a premiere in so long. Last time I cared was when Doug Ford.
Hey, Dougie.
The legend.
Crackheads represent. Hell yes.
Bro, I had never been engaged in Canadian politics more than that motherfucker. Is it Doug or is it Rob?
No, it's Doug. Rob was his brother.
The crack smoking dude was wild, okay? And I couldn't believe some of the clips that came up. Him speaking patois, wagwan. Hey,
wait,
I have
Rob's the
never seen
crackhead.
an old white man just speak patois and ask for drugs and chicken. That shit was crazy. He has the most one-liners of any politician I can ever think of.
More than Trump?
No, okay. Trump is number one. He's
Trump's
second.
number one, yeah.
He's second. You remember that interview where the woman reporter was like, "Hey, I heard you're cheating on your wife." He's like, "Nah, I got enough to eat at home." I'm like, that is wild.
He was like a little mini Trump before Trump was like running.
What'd you say?
Sorry. I said like he was like a mini Trump before Trump like decided to run. I think it was like a good litmus test for like I guess people like that, you know, just
Yeah.
outspoken fucking crazy politicians. I don't know.
Yeah. He was definitely that, and people. He was very popular. But Canadians are less tolerant of a Trump-like figure than Americans, and so
I don't know. You guys. I don't know if it's the people that I hang around or what. Like the friend group, but these motherfuckers love Trump and American politics, and everybody's like clowning on fucking Joe Biden. They're like, oh, he's fucking sleepy, blah blah blah. Yeah, Trump wasn't too bad. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I think there's always going to be a segment of like conservative, especially like white dudes who are going to like a Trump-like figure even in Canada, but
Yeah.
that person will never be elected here.
Thank fucking God. That's nice to know, but we'll see. We're about to see
How much do you
who's
know about
elected
Canadian
again.
politics, Steven?
About what?
Canadian politics.
Not much. Just when shit blows up there. Like when Trudeau did the gun ban to protect you guys from Texas school shooters, I guess. Or tried to do the pistol thing. Or actually it was more than that. And then all of your like trucker people deciding that they could clog up literally all of the passageways and all the highways and suffer no repercussions for it.
Yeah.
I still remember when all the right was saying that, like, when the Canadian government locks their accounts, this stuff is going to happen forever, and this is going to go on forever, and it's never going to... And then it ended after, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess he just kind of, like, moved on from that.
Their accounts are locked. Yeah, what the fuck are they going to do? That's probably a bad precedent to set, right? Like, fucking locking people's accounts?
That's a hard one. I don't know. The issue is that, like, they literally were... they were shutting down like parts of Canada's economy because I think that like these highways were being completely blocked by some of these trucks, and it's like, what are you supposed to do when like a minority, it was like 4,000 people could shut down huge swaths of the Canadian economy? What are you supposed to do?
Couldn't the police force go in, pull them out of the trucks, throw them in fucking jail,
And what, get tow trucks for all the semis and shit?
Yeah, it's probably better than like fucking locking their accounts.
Is it? I don't know. I also don't know like what the rights and the due process is in Canada, so I'm not sure. I don't know if that would be less drastic. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't looked at it enough, but I just like thinking about it. I feel like going in and locking bank accounts over something that could be handled by police is a bit wild.
Well, but like locking a bank account is you push a number on a computer and then when they're done, you undo it and it's over. Whereas if you start sending in police forces, now you're risking escalation of violence. Now you've got to bring in how many people on duty. Now you've got to process them all through your legal system. Then you've got to jail them all. You've got to pay the money for that. You've got to pay how much money extra for tow trucks. You're not going to have enough room in your tow yards for like semis because they probably don't get towed that often. There's just like towing things would be such a clusterfuck nightmare. Pushing a button and shutting off the bank account seems like the easier way to.
Sure, but you're pushing like you're contacting a private company, like a bank, to push the button, right? Versus using your own resources as the government to handle it. You know, it just feels weird like that. I guess the government is now like telling the bank, you know, you need to stop these people's things because we say so.
Yeah, maybe.
I think the idea of locking up someone else's assets is kind of insane. Like, imagine instead of locking up your bank account, they just lock the doors to your house. You won't be able to return home until you're done with your protest. You're basically, whatever you've purchased, we now are closing off to you until you do that. Would that be something you'd be okay with?
Probably not, but what's the alternative?
I mean, you could think of, I couldn't give you an alternative. So
that's what I need. Because like the problem is, because people do this a lot. We're like, oh, well, this is horrible, blah, blah. And I was like, I agree, it is horrible. But like right now, the issue is trucks, like hundreds or thousands of them, are shutting down large swaths of the Canadian economy. They're basically holding the economy like hostage. And they're saying that like, until you do these things that aren't even politically popular with the most of Canada, until you do these things, we're going to basically hold your entire economy hostage. What do you do at that point? I mean,
the counter is you go and arrest them and you start arresting them.
Even if it's more expensive.
Yeah. Either people are going to, everybody's going to get fucking arrested, or they're going to get half of them arrested and the other half are going to fuck off. I think I'm more in favor of that than shutting down bank accounts, you know?
Yeah.
I guess you could.
Because I think at that point, like, let's say
it's going to take forever. Yeah.
And the government decides it's more expensive by whatever the amount to go and take care of the protesters or anybody who's engaging in dissent. Then they can just start locking up anything at any point. I don't know if that's like a precedent that would be good for us going forward. So yeah, is it more expensive to go through the process of moving these trucks, getting the tows? Yeah, sure. But I still would prefer that over taking unprecedented action of locking up people's homes or their, taking away their assets. I don't feel like it's
careful on the wording here. First of all, nobody was locking homes, I don't believe, and nobody was taking away assets. They were just like freezing your account
indefinitely.
Well, it wasn't. It was until the protest stopped, right?
Oh, that's what's maybe said, but
that's what's happened. Now the Conservatives said they're going to keep these accounts locked forever, but that obviously didn't happen. Just like vaccine passports weren't forever, just like lockdowns weren't forever, just like social distancing mandates weren't forever.
But my whole point is there was no provision to determine when that was supposed to end. So we gave them the power and we said you could do it forever. That's the worrisome. It's not like they have something in.
Well, then I thought they already had the power. They weren't given the power. I thought that they were already cleared for it.
They drafted the bill during the period, and then I think that's when they set it up. My understanding.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Fuck them.
You ever spoke to that JJ McCauley guy?
No, we have we like intersect a ton and we've like DM'd a little bit. We just not like a big topic to like talk on.
And have you started any of the Venezuela Guyana research?
No, I'm not too sure if that's going to be a big thing or not, or if it's worth diving into. I don't know.
Have you played Baldur's Gate 3, Abba?
Oh yeah, I finished it.
Be back in a second.
Should Steve play it?
Nope.
I don't think you should play it. I asked him about it, and he
I
said
can
something
play
that
it.
was
Fuck you.
kinda
I
smart.
will play it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he said something that was kind of smart. He said basically like, I don't think I'd be able to play the game properly and also be able to stream and have like discussion. I think why he plays the retard ADHD games like Space Builder
Like
or whatever that
Factorio,
bullshit
you know?
is. Yeah. That's because I think for him it's just autopilot while he talks about other stuff. And
I think
I
he
don't
could
the
play it
stream
and
would
just
do
skip
well
all
if
of the
it turned into a-
dialogue and just like have fun with like the tactician mode. I think he could. You know?
I think it would
It's
just
easy
be
to
a poor
pause.
way to play the game. So like you would half-ass the stream and then half-ass the video game.
Yeah, but that's what he always does. So
True. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm a big fan of the game. So yeah, maybe you could play it. He said XCOM. I think you should play XCOM. I think that's a little bit more brain dead and easier.
yeah,
to manage.
he's played it before. XCOM's good.
At any rate, I'm gonna head. Are you playing BG3? You finished it?
I haven't finished it yet. No, I've been really busy recently, but I'm gonna get back into it. I've played it to chapter 2 on my own, and then I just started playing it with my wife. And now we're stuck in Minecraft playing mods. So, but I
Playing with others is actually a lot of fun. I finished the whole campaign with a friend of mine, and
Mm.
it made it substantially better playing with others than it playing it solo.
Yeah, I liked playing it with her. I just didn't like the fact that if I walk ahead, I can get the cutscene, and then she has to like watch.
Run
you know?
up, yeah. They haven't perfected it, but at least you can just wait during the cutscene, and then she can just join. So that doesn't kill it too hard.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's definitely been my favorite game of the year for sure.
Yeah, by far.
Yeah. Did it win Game of the Year?
Yeah, it did. As it should.
Easy.
I was pretty sure Zelda was gonna win, and I have to say that I was wrong about
I'm
that.
so happy about it because I was getting so fucking sick and tired of like these basically, cinematic infested video games winning all the bullshit awards. And I'm like, I just want to play something that's lengthy, it gives me a lot of freedom, and it's just really, really well done. And
I usually hate these type of games, and I was blown away by Baldur's Gate 3, and it gave me the D&D feel of like, oh, I really can make, creative decisions and do stuff like that. So it was 10 out of 10 game. Loved it.
Oh yeah. They did a great job. I think this is the closest to D&D I'll ever get in a video game for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited for Baldur's Gate 4 whenever that comes around.
It won't be coming around anytime soon.
They should make DLC and just make it like, there's already D&D DLC, or there's like, what are they called? Modules?
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool if they made like some modules that you could like either buy or get for Baldur's
Imagine
Gate.
if they could give you like an editor or a creator where you can create your own maps and characters and NPCs. That would be wild.
Fucking hype. Yeah. I could actually imagine them doing that too, so that'd be sweet.
It would be very difficult to do, but I think if they did, it'd be so fun to see people making custom campaigns with different scenarios or recreating like stuff that's already in D&D 5e in terms of like pre-written campaigns, and then recreating them through people. Because like I play Tailspire, and there's such a huge community of people who already make assets and stuff like that. If they did the same thing for BG3, it'd be cool.
That'd be sick. All right, I'm gonna go make dinner. It's nice talking to you, Abba.
Yeah,
Love you,
cheers.
babe.
Have a good one. Bye, Steve.
Bye.
And I'll leave you to it, Steven. Cheers.
Have fun. Be careful.
Yes.
Oh. How are we doing? Well, that's because you're boring? I am boring. Good. Are you ready to make content? If by content you mean... fucking your mom. Boom! I'm trying to do a collaboration post on Instagram with this Eli guy, and I have no fucking idea how the fuck to find this shit. Oh, never mind, I found it. Oh, accept. Oh, also, listen, okay? I've been streaming for 14 years. Okay. The idea that I would randomly, just for some reason, start making up lies about things that have happened in my personal life would be an incredibly stupid thing for me to do. I don't know why anybody would ever think it would be a good idea to claim that I'm lying about stuff that so many different people know about, that there are so many receipts of. That would be such an unbelievably stupid thing to do. Just saying. It would be unfathomably stupid to pretend that I would be lying about things that are... That would be insanely stupid. Why are you telling us? I don't know. A couple people were streaming this morning saying I'm like lying about random shit that I type in chat about my stuff that's going on in my personal life. And it's such a bizarre thing to claim when there are so many people that know that this is not the case. Especially when I'm holding back, for now, so much information about stuff. But I don't know. It's just dumb. I think it's dumb. But listen, just waiting for my paperwork to get filed for my divorce. I think it's tomorrow, if not tonight. Okay, what am I looking for? Nice. Yeah, master, let me go all out just this once. Will you react to a video game for a tier 5 sub? I'm trying to procure content. No. Side chick leaks text of NBA star trying to force her into an abortion pill. Anthony Edwards is in a mess as he keeps getting caught up with his side kicks while he now has a baby on the way with his main girlfriend. I still have an appointment on the 27th. Hell no, I can't do this. So now what? What a great response. Get an abortion at all. Honestly, I had an abortion with my son around 2 years ago and I regret it every day. Man, you can't force a kid into the world. You don't know what it is yet. That's not the point. I said I had an abortion 2 years ago and I regret it. Yeah, but I don't want a kid. Being cool to you is just going to get an abortion by myself and you not doing shit and going about your day. That's being cool to you. Obviously, you've been through this before just by your reaction. I will send you money to help you. I didn't ask for it, but okay. You just don't want a baby. Is that why you're saying all this? Because I've been cool with you. I don't want kids. Let's handle this like grown-ups. Okay. I'm not trying to force you to be a dad to a baby you don't want. I just don't like abortions. That doesn't make me wrong. If you really don't want to do this, then fine. I won't. You don't care about no one but you. You got the money. What's the holdup? Finna make what a problem exactly? I don't give a fuck. I've been nice this whole time. I don't bother you. I don't cause problems. Nothing. Don't speak to you. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Is this a porn picture? Hold on. What the fuck are we looking at here? Oh, it's a baby. Jesus. Well, I mean, you could have both. Look at how cute the baby is. Send the video. I haven't even taken them or received anything. Send the video. Why are you putting the same shit? The video. I was asleep. Okay. Where the video? So I send you what you ask. Then it's fuck me. You're going to ignore me now. My attorney going to handle it. You said we were handling it ourselves. I've never once ran to the internet about no one. I tried over and over to handle this privately. My efforts were ignored. I've been lied to and manipulated by someone who knows exactly what they're doing and takes no accountability for anything. I think you should obviously have a conversation with somebody beforehand about like their feelings on abortion and shit before you blast inside of them, especially if they're not on birth control. But I think that people that play games with like whether or not to get an abortion because they're trying to get a bag from somebody famous, I think these are probably some of the most degenerate. These are worse than child fucking pedophiles. These are some of the most disgusting, horrible people in the world, I think, easily. My perspective on that might be like a little bit biased because I'm a guy and I have a kid, but people that bring children into the world because they're just trying to secure a bag from somebody is like, I think that is some of literally the most disgusting shit you could ever possibly do, in my opinion. But if she had a combo with him beforehand and she's like, listen, I'm not protected. I don't know how I feel about abortion, blah, blah, blah. In that case, yeah, fuck it. It's probably his fault. He should have had that combo. That's on him. So I guess I'd have to know about their combos beforehand to... Okay, hold on. I have to do, bro. Why isn't it? Okay, transfer money. I need to wire money to this person, and I don't know how to do this. I hate banks. Asking again, but why do you think Hamas needs to go? Because you can't negotiate with terrorists, but expect to negotiate with Iran, who's literally the biggest state sponsor of terror in the world. I genuinely don't understand the thought process. Keep thinking, my dude. You'll be able to figure it out one day. I believe in you. Oh, it's not transfer money. It's I have to do the wire. Is it send money with Zelle? Is that? I don't know. Wire money. Are you protected legally if you both say you get an abortion / use birth control pills if she ends up getting pregnant and wants to keep it? Nope, you're not protected at all. Remember, courts only rule in the interest of the child. They don't give a fuck about the guy or the girl involved. Okay. Somebody donated 20 bucks earlier and said, what do you think of that spirit science gimmick? It seems to be shared tenets of Buddhism and mentions how almost all religions and spirit doctrines start sounding a lot alike and have things of 3 in common. I don't know what any of that means. Rest of the screenshot. Damn, 100. Oh, bro, this was my idea. Be a girl, fuck famous people, and then charge them huge fees for abortions. Fuck. If she got paid, why the fuck is she blowing him up on social media? Why do women get most of the custody and pay then? If courts really favor the child, why wouldn't they just have the kid live with the more paying parent? Because a more paying parent oftentimes isn't the primary caregiver because they're too busy working. Women usually get custody of the child, generally because most of it is uncontested, but secondarily because the caregiver, the primary caregiver is who's favored in court, and women more often than not are the primary caregiver. The vast majority of cases. Okay, individual. We're doing this. I think I've heard you say before you would abort Nathan if you had a chance and you regret having him. Well, would I have gotten an abortion? My opinions have been different at the time, probably, but do you regret having a child? I don't think anybody regrets having a kid. I mean, unless they turn into like a fucking serial killer. I think having a kid is a transformative experience. If you can avoid the transformative experience with an abortion, you might do it. But I don't think after you've had the experience, I don't think it's like, oh, I regret having a child. I don't regret having Nathan. But regretting an event isn't the same as saying you would have prevented an event. Those are two different things. People have a hard time unlinking them in their mind. Isn't it also the case, though, that if the father does fight for the child, they do get them often? I've heard that. I saw that in one study in Massachusetts from like 1980 or something, I think. Finding data about custody stuff is actually really, really, really hard. It's super difficult. I tried to search for that for like my red pill debates, but honestly, like there was like one study from New England, one study from like I think Massachusetts or whatever that said that when fathers fight for custody, they get it more often. But that number always goes back to that one study, and it's pretty old. But apparently, yeah, getting info for this is pretty hard. Unrelated, how did y'all pick the name for Nathan? Rachel chose everything. Okay. Okay, I need to do this. All right, hold on. I have to do this. Or actually, I could just wait and do this when I start keep or kick. Fuck it, actually. That's what we'll do it. Lonerback said yesterday he wanted to talk to you. If he wants to, yeah. You can always just message me. Here's my post on Jinx Japan Germany compromise you told me to make. Hold on. The ADHD guys slash properly here. My actual degree was in Japanese. Disclaimer. It's oversimplified. Just to put my cards on the table and maybe play the big terminal online banger or bonger secret that we only privately admit, but all have an outspoken agreement to never voice to foreigners. Yes, we know America saved our asses and the rest of the world in World War II. Britain definitely more than contributed its part, but our most important contributions included a fabulous gay guy in his computer, 007 shenanigans, and punching above our weight against Nazi Germany's while hanging out or just long enough for America to rescue us. Wait, I've said this before, and I don't have a, and I never actually went and looked at it. Hold on. I don't know why there's a blank spot. So it's possible that I've like burned a hole through my brain with too many drugs, or I just like missed fucking everything. What did Italy do in World War II? Did anybody answer this for me last time I asked this? I feel like I've never heard a single thing ever about Italy in the entire course of World War II. What the fuck did happen ever with them? I know that they had the guy that like made fascism. And, oh, they did all the North African shit? Oh, in America, we don't talk about the African theater. Gotcha, okay. They invaded Africa and lost. Yikes. They failed to invade Greece, and then they failed to invade Africa. Nazi dick riders. How do you lose to Greece? No offense. You fight them in Call of Duty 2? Oh, well, fuck me. Looks like I should have played that. For people that say you can't destroy an ideology like Hamas, isn't the point to destroy / confiscate all the weaponry and ensure measures are taken to prevent them from getting into Gaza after? I mean, there's things you can do, but it's a lot of work. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be like a multi-pronged. There's like 7 things that need to happen with Israel-Palestine, like all at once. In order for like things to, and it sucks because I feel like I have to rattle them all off. Like the refugee policies need to be changed. Other countries need to work towards resettling Palestinians. That's number 1. Number 2 is the UN needs to drop the special mandate for Palestinians and roll them into the rest of the Palestinian refugee things. Number 3 is Iran needs to stop funding extremist groups that hate Israel. Number 3. Number 4 is Israel needs to stop with the heavy-handed retaliation when they get a little terrorist attack. It sucks. It happens. Number 5 is like settlement expansion needs to stop, and some probably need to be demolished, especially the enclave ones. Number 7 is Hamas needs to go. 8 is Abbas probably needs to go. 9 is all of the weird propaganda funding and shipment into the Gaza Strip and everything. That shit has to stop. That's just wild. Those TV programs, that shit is unbelievable. What else? I'm sure there are a couple other things, but like basically like every single one of these things needs to slowly start happening at the same time, because a couple of these things will completely destroy all the other things. So yeah, I don't know. Following your open relationship with Melina, I can't see any difference after she left. She still has sex with other people. Does it bother you that you can't watch anymore? Good one. Also, I'm pretty sure Melina's in a super monogo relationship now, but you know how that goes. How do you tell democracy to just suffer terror attacks too bad, though? Whoever does that is 100% losing the next election. At the very least, you have to do like a proportional counter strike. It can't be the massive reprisals. That just can't be it. Unfortunately, like you have to balance your counterattacks. As much as it's stupid and as much as it's not good arguments, you see how effective the numbers argument is, right? You see how effective the numbers stuff is. If you're killing 100 people and they kill 1, people are just going to throw that at you over and over and over again. So you have to do the proportionality thing. Yeah, you have to do the proportionality thing. Surely resetting Palestine would be one of the last things. Wouldn't pulling all the settlements be done first? I don't think you're ever pulling all the settlements. There's just too fucking many of them east of the Green Line, I think. shit, hold on. Oh, nice. Caught up on the latest Ethiopia, Eritrea, latest rise in tension. Nope. Not sure about that. That guy was talking about open relationships. I got the feeling that they are in one, but can't be sure at all. Well, you know, who knows? He acts like he's in one sometimes, but that's just a whole mess of things. Let me wait for all my paperwork shit to get filed, all right? What are we doing here? How was the ostrich burger last night? Most of the shit that Lycan makes is good. Honest to God, I'll eat like most alternative meats and stuff. I just, if I know that it's an alternative meat, I'll like complain about it because I'm a fucking child. Would you have taken Sadat's peace offer before Yom Kippur if you were Golda Meir? I think so. I don't know what her rationale was for shelving that talk. I truly don't know why. I'm not sure. I don't know. There's a very weird roundabout argument that actually Yom Kippur was like the best war ever. I don't know how many people believe this. This would have been a good macro Arab question to ask Benny Morris. I've seen it said in a couple essays that Yom Kippur was really good for two reasons. One is ultimately for everybody in the region. One is that ultimately Israel won, so obviously they didn't lose their country. There wasn't like all that shit didn't get fucked up. But the second thing is that the Arabs needed a win against Israel to show that they weren't utterly humiliated after 67. And there are some people that say that if the Arab countries hadn't had secured that win, they never could have made peace with Israel. They needed to show them that, like, look, we have reformed our armies. We can surprise attack you too. We can fight and we can win. And them having that little win, even if Israel ultimately did win, having that initial victory was really important for them to come to the table like, all right, now that we're equals, now we can negotiate, right? I don't know how true that is or not. I've run out of the time. Okay. What are we doing? Oh, I need... Keep sending me a new fucking overlay. Are you serious? Oh, it's a... Oh, cute. Okay. The U.S. giving billions to both sides is what sealed it, and without the carrots in '73, there's no shot a peace deal gets made. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Some things are hard to say. Like yeah, I think one argument that I've started leaning on recently was the idea that like it was really important that nuclear weapons got used right when they were invented, because now the world has a huge stigma against them, and maybe if we never nuked Japan, maybe it would have been the Cold War where nukes were first used, but like hundreds of them. So maybe that was actually really important. So I don't know. Destiny answer because he doesn't have an answer? What do I not have an answer for? Ignoring Israel, bro. They have like 30 proxy militias, all currently from Israel now. Israel has assassinated dozens of their scientists. They're not just going to ignore each other. Literally, the only difference is Iran engages with proxies. Iran wants the destruction of Israel just as much as Hamas. Destiny didn't answer because he didn't have an answer. Are you talking about why you could bring Hamas to the table instead of, or why you can bring Iran to the table and have Hamas? The reason you can negotiate with people that have something to lose. Hamas are losers. They have nothing. If Hamas loses, who the fuck cares? They don't have a real state. They're a fake government. They're Islamic jihadists. They're fucking losers. They have no history. They have no pride. They have nothing. Iran is a much prouder, the Persian people of Iran are a much prouder people with a much richer history, with an actual country, with real borders, and a way more on the table for them to fight for than fucking Hamas. I agree that bringing Iran to the table for any negotiation clearly is going to be difficult, but I mean, we've talked to them in the past before shit gets fucked up over and over again. It's more possible with them than fucking Hamas, okay? YouTube is skipping and chopping. Super weird. Good, get fucked. Audio cutting in and out. Well. Call me black pill, but I think that even if Israelis vote in the direction of peace, terrorism would again change public sentiment to retaliate. While you face terror, populism thrives. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, Israel has to find it in itself to resist a bit. And I know that's hard to bear terror attacks, obviously, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, people in Iran hate the regime. I think I had somebody tell me earlier that's like 80% of the people in Iran don't like the regime right now. So yeah, who knows? Yeah. So I debated with Jank yesterday. I think one blind spot you might have are that we know a lot more than you seem to think about the targeting of the Israeli Air Force. We know how many civilian deaths they're willing to accept. There are lots of leaks. If you want, I can recommend a report. Cool. Destiny, I don't understand why you think the economy is doing well. Oh, Peter Schiff.
Give us the hard and harsh truth about our struggling economy under the Biden regime. Chief economist and global strategist, also the founder of Schiff Gold, our pal, Peter Schiff.
Oh, Schiff Gold. Oh, precious metals. Yes.
In the program. Peter, you have some inside scoop on those interest rates. It sounds like they might be dropping after the new year now. The Fed might bring them down, but tell us what's behind all this.
Well, first of all, let me answer your question about how Americans are affording these higher prices.
Yeah.
And it's two ways. First, you mentioned a few million jobs that have actually been created during the Biden presidency. Well, those jobs went predominantly to people who already had jobs.
Right.
They're paying part-time jobs.
Thank you.
Fighting.
Is that true? I've never heard that before. The jobs went to people that already had jobs? Our unemployment is unbelievably low. Pretty sure our labor force participation is really high. We're struggling to find more workers. I don't know. It'd be interesting if he would cite like a stat or a number to back that up. Anytime people talk like this and I don't see a graph or a stat or a citation to the Bureau of Labor Statistics or something, like give me some kind of information on this, but
is at a record high in America. So people are paying these higher prices by taking on second and third jobs and giving up their leisure.
I'm done. This is retarded. I don't know who this guy is. Is he? I feel like I've heard the name before. Is he just like a memer or whatever? Is he like a political dude? Is this the Peter Schiff guy or is this the Peter Schiff guy? Weird lib gold standard dude. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't, he sounds retarded. I'm good. I'm good on that. Remember, finance and economics are two totally different things, okay? Don't ever forget that. Knowing one barely gives you any insight on the other. Sometimes no insight on the other. Sometimes negative insight on the other. Shutdown the rockets need to be taken into account, even if they haven't caused casualties. When talking about Israel, disproportionate response. No. Sorry if my super chats annoy you. I love you. Would you debate Cenk again sometime? Yeah, if you wanted to. Yeah, of course. This is what he is talking about. Fact check. Biden misleads on job creation statistics. Budget.house.gov. Damn, who's the head of this right now? The May jobs report showed alarming signs in the labor market. The household survey data, the part of the jobs report data that looks at American workers, showed that 440,000 more Americans became unemployed, a sign that the labor market may be beginning to deteriorate in the face of raging inflation and skyrocketing interest rates. Is this a partisan... The language on this is kind of interesting. Also, wait, this is from June 2nd. President Biden released a statement in response to the May jobs figure, praising administration's so-called job creation numbers. Biden's White House tweeted that they may have added more jobs under his watch than any president has in a single 4-year term. This claim is misleading. Here's why. Recovery versus creation. Nearly 72% of all job gains since 2021 were simply jobs that were being recovered from the pandemic, not new job creation. In fact, when looking at today's economy compared to pre-pandemic levels, employment is only up by 3.7 million. On the other hand, prior to the pandemic, job creation under President Trump was 6.7 million. Okay. Labor force participation was stronger under Trump. The labor force participation rate remains 0.7% points lower under Biden. Labor force participation has to be factored, I believe, by age to get an accurate understanding of it, because labor force participation, I believe, includes all members of the adult economy, and as boomers age out of the economy, that labor force participation rate is going to look bad if you don't take into account the ages of the people there. My understanding is labor force participation, when you exclude like retired workers or whatever, which technically becomes the U3 at that point, kind of, I think. The labor force participation right now, I think, is pretty good. I think we actually, even taking into account, I think labor force participation rate might be higher right now. Even when you do take that into account. Let me check. Participation rate. Pre-pandemic levels? I don't remember. Hold on, let me check. Ugh, gross. Oh, prime age labor force participation rate. That might be what they call it here. A lot of these are cutting off at 2020, which was pandemic, but... Oh, wait. Oh, the St. Louis Fed Reserve. This is what we should be like. Oh, okay. So labor force participation rate broken down by 25 to 54 years old is about as high, I think, as it has been, basically. Yeah. So our labor force participation rate is good. Higher than it was under, let's see. Higher than it was under Trump, actually, I think. Yeah, yeah, except for maybe at the very, very end here. Yeah. So I think we're doing okay on that now. This is the non-age factored one. Yeah, non-age factored is going to be rough because labor force participation is going to take into account retired workers, I believe, as well, older workers. So as your boomers begin to drop out of participating in the economy and they make up a larger share of your overall population, you're never going to get back to this labor force participation rate until I think they all die off, basically. You can ban me, but I have tunnels like Hamas, 18 different YouTube accounts left. Okay. I think by definition, labor force participation denominator is ages 18 to 65. Is that true? Labor force I thought that was not true. Let me check. I could be totally fucking wrong. Oh, the Bureau of Labor Statistics defines the labor force as included are persons 16 years of age and older residing in the 50 states and the District of Columbia who are not inmates of institutions and who are not active duty in the armed forces. I think they include all ages. I believe so. Somebody can correct me on that if I'm wrong. But so like your labor force participation rate is going to include people I think that are like, I think 90 that don't work anymore. This is why you might want to break it down by age sometimes because it's misleading when the... when you've got a lot of people aging out, kind of, yeah. I believe that's the case. Again, if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. Where is Carontos?
My top liver, why am I not getting responded to? Am I muted?
Wait, did I get dragged out? Excuse me, did somebody just drag me out of here?
It's not even a Game of Thrones city, nigga. It's a tradition.
What did you just call me?
Okay. Maybe I clicked something on accident. Why does nobody talk about interest rate under Trump? Yeah, I don't know. Interest rates are pretty low under Trump, but they actually did bump the rate a few times. I've gotten away with saying that they hadn't, because I didn't realize I had towards the end of his administration. Literally, not a single fucking person has ever corrected me on that. I don't know why. Let's see. Federal Reserve interest rates, historic. I guess that explains the, yeah, maybe they just don't care about, maybe they just don't care about interest rates. But they did start to bump them under Trump from 2016 to 2020, and then they started to lower them again. I don't know if this is in response to COVID, or I don't know why they started to lower again around here, but they were still running incredibly low. But I've gotten away with saying that like they were at zero for a long time and nobody's corrected me, but I don't know why. Destiny should pull a gun on his audience and extort further donations. Is Carontos here? Not yet. Well, hey, listen, guys, if you want to see this episode of Kick or Keep, kick.com/Destiny. Come on over. We're going to be hanging out over here, Bloods. Lav dropped out. Wait, did she really? Not the labs. Remember when Trump got mad at the Federal Reserve? Yeah, when he started tweeting out that he was gonna fire the... Was it Jerome? Our boy? I think religion plays a far greater role in the Middle East than you give it credit for. The leadership operates outside of that, but use it as a tool to appease the populace. The people value it extremely highly. I think religion works like when people are losers and nothing else is going for them. But I think as countries become more developed and shit, and I feel like the religion starts to matter less and less. That's the feeling I get. But I could matter, or I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know as much on like the modern shit, but. You knew it was you making the ooh sounds, yeah. Q's still not here. Give me 1 second. Kick.com/Destiny. Transfer over, duders. We're going to be going... We have a wild episode today, guys. A wild episode. Hold on. Haven't seen you forever and recently found you again. Grew up Messianic, and your content helped me navigate what I was told growing up about the conflict in the region. Wow, cool. Messianic? Is that Jewish people? Are you the ones with the weird hair? No, that's the Hasidic Jews. I don't know. Okay, 1 sec.
Dude, fucking
Takes
Raj
away
used
from
to
it.
give topic lists.
How
so
we
you
doing in
could
here?
actually like be prepared and not just come here and be like, well, I don't know really anything to say. This is the first time I'm hearing about it. Yeah, topic list.
I
please.
mean, here's the thing. Most of the time, the topics are some like things that people already know. I don't just select random shit. So every once in a while, maybe one person doesn't know it, but I don't know. I think it's more fun when it's like all like sudden and shit. But I could do topic lists. Fuck it, you know.
When
You
you
guys
do
really
the
want to.
Miss America pageant, they don't give them the questions ahead of time. The point is, it's a test of public speaking.
True. True.
As in such as the
Yeah.
in education and
Where the fuck did Darius go?
Let me just check he's not in Destiny's Discord. He was
Do you
in the
remember that
manager.
contestant's name?
I do not.
Katie Upton.
How's she doing
Not
these
Kate.
days?
She's the one that did the.
Okay, I love you on YouTube. I'm shutting her down. Kick.com/Destiny, okay? I'll see you guys over there. Be careful.
World's most retarded.
Oh, yeah,
answers.
yeah.
Why can't Americans find America on the map?